Streaming and recording. There we go. People caught me with no glasses on.
Oh, no. Screen cap.
I shared the link. I'm going to refresh the room.
Yep. I got it open now so I can see the chat.
Yeah, me too.
So if people want to say stuff, I can see you.
Hello and welcome to Game Complainers, episode 469. I'm your host, Barry.
Oh, it was Anthony.
And Frank.
And tonight... This is a big night tonight, man. We thought we were just going to talk about Callisto Protocol negative reviews, but man...
Look what Frank did. He left the stream last night, and then this happened.
Frank left the stream, and then Anthony goes, you might want to check Wario 64.
I woke up.
I was like, "What is he leaving Twitter like Nibble or whatever?" And then now I didn't even get it last night until this morning. I stayed up all morning. I was like, "Oh, okay, so they offered everybody a 10-year deal. Cool." No, they didn't offer PlayStation a 10-year. PlayStation didn't accept a 10-year deal.
Yeah, they offered, but they didn't accept.
Yeah.
So
PlayStation stayed silent. So, the big news. We got Abo in the chat. We got Kama in the chat. What's going on, guys? In the live chat room. For anybody watching this later on the download. I was in the middle of streaming. He left the stream. And then Anthony hits me in the chat. Yeah, you might want to check out Wario 64 when you get a chance. I was like, this guy leaving? No. The biggest news of the century dropped.
Yeah.
So Microsoft came to terms with a 10-year deal with Nintendo and Steam. Gabe Newell threw, not Phil Spencer, he threw Jim Ryan under the bus. He destroyed the whole PlayStation brand in one sentence. And who's the other guy? Brad, what's his name? Smith?
yeah, I think that's his name.
Dude, he buried PlayStation. He goes, yeah, we signed a 10-year deal with Steam and Nintendo, and when PlayStation decides they want to talk about a 10-year deal, they can come let us know.
They made them look like crap.
Yep.
Like badly.
So they stomped on PlayStation very hard. Kind of like a Callisto Protocol kill. They brutalized Sony last night, man.
And Nintendo is getting Call of Duty again, which I can't. What was the last Call of Duty on?
Good thing you asked that, because IGN didn't know the answer. So last night IGN posted an article at like 2 a.m.
Right, because they had to be first.
Nintendo hasn't had Call of Duty since Call of Duty Ghosts. Wrong. Can't spell ignorance without IGN. The last Call of Duty was Black Ops 2 on the Wii U.
Okay.
Which came out after Ghosts. So IGN, IGN's like GameStop. GameStop sells clothes and shit. They don't sell games anymore. IGN, what do they do?
Yeah, it's like, why are you trying to, be breaking news and you can't even get the article right, It's like, at least get the news
IGN
right if you're
gets
trying to be
everything
the
wrong.
first. Right.
I'm really getting tired of them.
It says, though, that Ghost came out in 2013 and Black Ops 2 in 2012. Because I thought that too.
I thought Black Ops 2 was after Ghost.
But
I thought it was after Ghost. Because I thought Ghost launched with everything.
Wii U November 18th, 2012, and then Ghost was November.
Well, now I look stupid.
I didn't know.
They still don't know games anyway.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they're still, they make shitty reviews anyway. So
I got confused because Ghost launched with the PlayStation 3 and
I thought it was the other way around
PlayStation 4 and Xbox One
and 360.
All right, forget about what I said about IGN. I made a mistake.
I thought
they haven't made 20 of them.
I thought Wii U wasn't even out then.
But we got Damien Poe in the chat. We got Trainwreck in the chat. What's going on? Why does YouTube say there's only like 2 people in here when there's clearly 85?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this is again, it comes to show that this deal with it going through, that Microsoft's willing to play ball with everyone else, and it's not besides Sony, obviously, because we know what's going on with
No,
Jim
they
Ryan
said
and
Sony
everything.
can come join the party when they're ready.
When they want
Yeah,
to talk.
and they know they're not going to talk.
You know what
again,
it was,
like you
Anthony?
said,
They called Sony out on their bullshit, and Sony couldn't respond. Twice already.
and then they dropped this bombshell, and it's like, all right, now you got this.
All right, I guess Sony doesn't want to play. We tried to play ball with them. They don't want to play.
Yeah, they're like, all right,
Now here's the $1 million
because
question.
Jim Ryan doesn't want this deal to go through.
no.
After he cried, "Oh, we need Call of Duty to compete." Well, they're saying, "Hey, here's Call of Duty. You can have it." And Jim Ryan's like, "Oh, we
Gabe
don't
Newell
watch a
coming out
50
with
Call
the.
of Duty." What?
Oh no, I was saying that he's coming out with the vengeance, with the shade thrown at Sony. That's funny.
Yo, this guy destroyed the whole brand. He destroyed the whole PlayStation brand over Call of Duty.
Pretty much.
Who would
yeah.
have thought that would be the reason why? But it's because Sony made it such a
Well,
big
hey,
fucking
remember
deal.
New Line Cinema, the house that Freddy built and the house that Frodo tore down? That's the
Yeah.
the tagline that everyone.
Yeah,
Who would have thought that Lord of the Rings would destroy New Line Cinema?
yeah.
I don't know, right? Who would have thought Call of Duty would destroy PlayStation, a game they don't even own?
Well, it's the head thing
would
in
say
a list of problems.
20 years ago, when the first Call of Duty came out on PC, who would look at that game and go, this game Call of Duty is going to destroy PlayStation?
The guy said the opposite. Remember Call of Duty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
like-
here's the thing that I'm wondering. Now, say that this deal goes through and Sony never responds.
You hear that, patrons? I need a new chair.
Do you think that Microsoft will just flip them off and ride away into the sunset if they don't accept the deal and it goes through? Or do you think they'll be nice and be
Hey,
like,
man,
oh,
they
okay.
can't stop them from accepting or not accepting. If they don't want to
They
accept the
can't,
deal, then
yeah.
they got to go do something else.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say, do you think they're just gonna go and try to acquire another studio or something like that? Like what's next for them? It's like, where do you go after being dragged through the mud, and you already have
Who's Sony going to buy? They don't have any money.
Yeah, and they have a service that's not taking off because you don't do shit with it, you don't support it, because there's just a lot of stuff. There's a lot of news regarding Microsoft for sure, because we have the price increase and stuff like that too, and I'm sure we'll get into that. But first, with this deal though, I just want to say that this is just bound to happen when you aren't playing nice with someone who's just kind of willing to make a deal with you while this thing is going through. And again, it really shows the true colors with how they're acting with this whole scenario. And then now look, now it's through with Nintendo and Steam. They got that down. So
Well, Gabe Newell flat out said, "Hey, we don't need a contract. We're good."
because if the new
they're like, we trust
Right.
Microsoft. Like, wink, wink.
Yeah, and it's also like they, if you get a Switch or whatever the new console will be called, that is like the power of a Series S. Yeah, you can probably play Call of Duty on it, no problem. You know what I mean? Like if they make that, like we were, or you even said it in the stream, it's like they got to put out that new machine now that this is a thing. On the Nintendo side of thing, because we still kind of look at Nintendo as like, okay, but Nintendo's also doing this thing where we're dealing with how all these games are running on this thing. So if they're going to have Call of Duty and stuff like that, that pretty much comes to show that this new console will be out soon.
Dude, the Nintendo Switch cartridges, you're going to buy it, in the case is going to be 6 cartridges, like bullets. And you got to load up the Switch every time you want to get to the next chapter. Each cartridge is a chapter for the game.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's has to kind of change for whatever this is, but I think like I said,
the updates are going to kill that game.
I don't know how Ghost ran on Wii U, but I would imagine
ran
it wasn't
fine.
hurt.
In fact,
Did it
Black
run fine?
Ops 2 was cool because if you had 2 players couch co-op, one player could use the screen, the TV screen, and the other player could use the screen on the thing, and you wouldn't get split screen.
That's cool.
Yeah, that was really cool. If they could do something like that, I mean, that would be really cool. But there's going to be new Switch hardware by 2024 when they release the next one. So they said
That's why.
development would start in 2023 for this Switch version or Nintendo version.
Yeah, they didn't
So-
even say Switch. They said Nintendo version because
Nintendo.
Phil knows like it ain't gonna be a Switch by then.
Yeah.
They even asked them. I was telling Perry. They asked them how's it gonna run on the Switch? How are you guys gonna do it? And he's like, well, we take every game specifically. We're gonna try to get it going.
Like,
Like
it runs on the
dodged
DS.
it. Yeah.
They have it on
he's
the
like-
DS. They could figure that one out.
He had to
Yeah.
dodge it though, because it's like he knows.
He should have just
That
said,
they're-
I really don't fucking know because I don't know what they're doing over there. If they need help, they can put their games on our machine.
well, he's like, we develop games for like Minecraft for Switch and PlayStation. We support it. So he's like, we'll find a way to
I
do
think you
it.
asked me that horrible question. Get someone else in here now.
But he said they will fully support whatever the Nintendo hardware is at the time. So
He
if it's
should have
still
said,
Switch,
I don't know. I don't work at Nintendo. Get someone in here that knows what they're doing.
he's gonna be like, I don't know. It's definitely not gonna run on there. It's gonna be like 8-bit.
So, oh my God. There it goes. Jamie on in the chat room. What's up?
What's up?
The big news broke as soon as Frank left and Anthony was in the room.
Now, when I went back and looked at the tweet, it was like 11 or 12 our time, which means it was like 4 or 5 a.m. in the UK when Jim Ryan was just probably getting up, having his breakfast.
Yeah.
Again, the guy shit himself.
Yep.
He's
Right
probably like, well,
So they were saying that the reason why it was like announced at 11 o'clock at night was because it was like 8 p.m. in Japan. And they literally probably signed the deal with Nintendo like right then and there.
it was probably the next day, right? In Japan, I'd imagine. It was
was
probably
8 o'clock at
already
night.
the next day. Yeah.
So they're saying that the reason why they tweeted that at 11 o'clock, Phil Spencer did, was because the ink was like just dried on the contract. Like,
Yeah.
boom, it was done.
So they could officially talk about it in the press and stuff.
But that was the 1-2 punch that they needed for the FTC.
And
So,
apparently they're in Washington now to address the FTC with that. So
they already did today. So who knows
Yeah.
what happened, how they voted. But
Oh yeah, the deal's made, Jamion. It's made.
Gaben, we talked about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
Lord Gaben.
Yep.
And by the way, this goes to show, the minute that came out, I said on this, because I was streaming the game last night, I was like, this shows you that Nintendo, what exactly what I told you guys, Nintendo hates Sony.
Mm-hmm.
Nintendo stands with Microsoft against Sony. Because Nintendo doesn't like Sony, they never like
They will
Sony.
never. They will never.
They don't want to
like
work with
them.
Sony, they want nothing to
ever.
do with Sony.
Yeah, they're done. They cut the cord like ASAP when that happened. And that's true, man. You're right. Like those patterns repeat because that hate runs deep in their business. It does. Like
It is.
it like you said, it speaks for itself. We don't even got to say anything. It's been there for a while, and when we see stuff like this with a franchise like Call of Duty, like you said, who would have thought Call of Duty would have been the one reason why this bullshit is throw it all around in Sony's
That's
face
why
now?
these guys on the
because-
internet are so stupid. They're like, oh, well, Nintendo and PlayStation are fans because they're fans. They're friends because they're friends because they're in Japan. It's like, no. Like, no, they hate each other. Nintendo hates them for wanting a cut of the Super Nintendo stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. Out of all the people who are benefiting, Nintendo benefits the most because they're just over there in the corner acting stupid. And Microsoft's like, "You want Call of Duty for 10 years?"
And they're
for
like,
nothing?"
sure.
Yeah, why not? It's like it's like you're in a bar and some guy hits the lottery for like $10 million. He's like, "Here's $100,000 just for being here." Like they're just in the room and they got lucky with it because they didn't do it. They didn't.
A round of
pay
drinks for
anything.
Steam and Nintendo.
That's pretty much how it is. Like they're just benefiting off of Microsoft's deal. They didn't pay any
RWK88's in
money.
the chat. Damn it, I'm late. I hate being late. What? How late are you? You're not that late. You're like
No, we
less
just
than
started.
15
Yeah.
minutes late.
But yeah, I mean, we're pretty much in the thick of the biggest
Dreadpool, what's
news that
going on,
dropped.
brother?
What's up?
So, I got your shirt on right now. You can't really see it, but
Jim Bryan is so fucked now. I like that. Well, I mean, like Frank said, he was waking up and was probably just like, "Uh-oh, this just happened."
not
And,
again.
yeah, but it's like you're already coming at each other in the press, or Sony's pretty much coming at
Jim
them
Ryan
with
woke
like
up again and shit himself. You're in the
they're
press, what?
no, like I was saying, like Sony was coming at them in the press for the stuff that they were saying, and then it's funny that like this statement gets out and it's like right back at them. It was pretty much like the perfect anecdote for their, oh well we want quality with our games, and and we're not gonna pretty much meet eye to eye with this deal. And now look at it. It's like you got other people against you now on top of it because you just look like the odd man out now for Sony. So
Jamie says Microsoft makes money, Nintendo gets big ass bone. It's gonna help blend them back into powerful system. I hope so.
Yeah, maybe it'll convince them because they'll have that
Hey, maybe
support for
one
the
day
game.
Nintendo will actually compete against Microsoft. I don't think that's gonna really happen, but I would hope one day.
I mean, we as fans of like, the GameCube and that era when they're actually kind of keeping up with the competitors, I think as fans we would want to see that again. If we could see a Call of Duty run in 60 frames at any capacity on their, new machine, that would be cool. Obviously it's not going to have the bells and whistles that you get on, the X enhanced version or whatever, but it's still just like cool to see that, you know what I mean? Or Resident Evil, coming out on the new Switch, like, Resident Evil 4 remake, like they can bring that stuff over and it won't be streamed, it would be native. And that's how it should be, So I don't know. I think stuff like this, it always competition's good, and when you see this stuff going down where they're playing nice with each other, even though they're in the same business, competitively together, yeah, it just shows that Sony's the sore loser here. They really are being like babies.
This is the beginning of the end for PlayStation. I hope everyone realizes that. I know people are saying, "Oh, it's never gonna happen." We've seen it happen with Sega. Sega didn't go out like a little bitch like PlayStation's going out. Sega took it, man. They took it hard. Nintendo spanked them in the early 90s. And Sega took it, and Sega just said, we're just going to keep doing what we're doing. Screw everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And they went out, on top. They didn't go out like little bitches. They were dying, and they were like, well, I guess we're dying.
We were just saying last night how the Dreamcast was such a great system to go out on. It was such a good system, and of all the ones to die on.
And I think that, like I said last night as well, I think Sega, they weren't trying to screw people over with the add-ons. I think they were really trying to just be with the tech and try to give people the best version of the games that they could possibly get close to the arcade. And I think they tried that with the 32X, the CD. You could say they were all crap, but on their side of the thing, they were like, let's give the customer as much as we can give them. You know what I mean? But a lot of people didn't see it like that. And then they finally got there with the Dreamcast. The Sega Saturn was really good too. I mean, a lot of people didn't have it, but the Dreamcast was like the perfect way to go out. If you were going to go out, that was the way to go out.
I think the Saturn kind of, because of that price hike, I think for a lot of people, that's what made my dad go to PlayStation, because he was a Sega and a Nintendo guy. He would buy both. And then I think by the time PlayStation came out, he was like, well, let's see what PlayStation
Dude, I would
has. And then
I would get the Toys R Us catalog and the KB Toys catalog, or just the ads. And I would go and look. I'm literally sitting there going, $399, $299, $399, $299. I really want the Saturn because it's a black console. It looks fucking awesome.
It does, yeah.
And it had all the games that I grew up with. And it had all the fighters, because back in the day, I was a big fighting guy.
It runs all their arcade games and shit. Like,
yeah, and then you can import stuff and all that. It was great. But PlayStation, I'm looking at the pictures of Resident Evil, and I'm like RE1 versus RE Saturn. Even though I already had Resident Evil on PlayStation, but I'm looking at the photos side by side. I'm like, why does the Saturn one look like shit? And why is it like darker? Like it's got a darker tint to it.
mm-hmm.
The PlayStation just had better graphics. I mean,
they had to redo the like polygons for the Sega Saturn edition. That's why all the characters look like beefier on the Saturn. Like Jill looks like buff, and like they all look like tanks. You know what I mean? They like rebuilt their character models. That's why they look very
Dreamcast
unique.
had C-Man. I have that game.
Oh yeah.
Well, what was going on with the Resident Evil?
Oh no,
Oh
I was
no.
saying, yeah, like you saw the difference at how they made that, and it's weird that Resident Evil 2 never came out on the Saturn. Apparently, they were trying to get that to be a port, and then I think they ended up just moving it to N64 at that point. I don't know what
It
happened
came out
with
on
that.
Dreamcast also, so there you go.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah,
But
Saturn was just
yeah.
like it was out, and we were like, okay, this is cool, but where did it come from?
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
It came
Yeah.
from Saturn.
I only knew it existed because, like I said years ago, 2004, 2005, I was trying to get one for House of the Dead 1. Because back then you could find a copy for 50 to 60 bucks for House of the Dead. And I bought my Sega Saturn in a lot for like 20 bucks with the console and a third party controller that I still had to this day. That's why I upgraded the controller. But yeah, like
Stay
I
tuned.
got,
We're gonna mod that Saturn.
yeah, that's something else
Ah!
to mod to mod. Um, yeah, I don't know, man. It's crazy, like the different eras, like you said, like it can really come back to that because even like with Dreamcast, where it was like a success when it came out, and then obviously like we saw what happened with like Sega's Last Stand, basically with that, but it was still we got some really good eras out of that competition and a lot of good games, and Sega really fought the good fight on that one.
Yeah, a lot of people with this PlayStation crap. Oh, exclusive. Sega Saturn had a ton of exclusives day one, and like Three Dirty Dwarves, and there was a game called Rocket Jockey. They tried doing what Microsoft did. They started making games on PC called Sega Soft, and then they brought those over to console, and it was a day and date release. Ironically enough, so I mean, Sega was trying everything just to be like the king of gaming, and it had all exclusive, and it didn't help it because people don't care at the end of the day. They care about what looks pretty. So that's what I'm saying. All the people online can say whatever they want. Xbox One launched with a bunch of great games day one. Nobody bought it because it was $100 more, but nobody will say that. They're like, "Ooh, the Connect, yeah, shut up."
Yeah,
You could have
exactly.
taken a camera and left it in the box or threw it out the window. Dreamcast was amazing. Sega's intentions were good. They just presented it wrong. I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mismanaged by the Saturn. Leonard Nimoy. Oh,
There's
welcome to She
their
Man.
their sports games did run really well. Nick would always get all the 2K games, and I remember looking at that back then, and I was like, "Holy shit, this
You
is
know what it
like."
was, man? And it was 60 FPS because what they did was they used high res JPEGs for the backgrounds, and then they used just all the power for the polygons for the players.
And you
So
could play online with those specific ones too. So
yeah. Okay, so Mario and I played NBA 2K or 2K1 one summer, and for whatever reason, you play in the basketball like the yard in the game. Like you don't play like I don't
at an
know.
actual
Maybe we did practice mode or something. I don't know. But they were
right.
outside and like there's cars driving by and everything. And every time we scored, like people on there would be basketball players on the bench just sitting outside. Every time we scored, to go woo, woo. It's like, what the hell is going on here? And we're playing till like 3 o'clock in the morning, and we just hear woo, yeah, woo.
Are they seals?
Like it was like a weird pitch in the volume for the characters.
That's weird. Did you play online or did you just play on the
We
same
played
console?
we played online. He was at home and I was home.
Wow.
Played till 3 in the morning. I want to connect and voice commands to make a comeback. That might happen. Hey, the Kinect
Yeah.
is still a good webcam, man. At 1080p.
Yeah. People still
Just
use
get the
that thing.
adapter and you got a really good webcam, better than half the ones that are out today. Love the Dreamcast. Wish I had sports games ever. Remember the old Dreamcast commercials as a kid? It was in the movie theater. Dude, okay. So the Dreamcast commercial, one where it shows all the characters. Tails said something to the basketball player, like right before the commercial ends.
I know what you're gonna say.
And the basketball player just goes, "Shut up, you fucking bitch!" And then the commercial just like flies up and ends. But we went back a couple of years ago and found out that he says, "Shut up, Buckethead." But for years, for like 20 years, we thought he said, "Shut up, you fucking bitch."
When we're done with this, I'm gonna watch it. I gotta find it.
Find it.
Shut up,
Just type in
Buckethead.
Dreamcast commercial. It's thinking.
It's thinking. That's so funny.
Tails says something to the basketball guy and he goes, "Shut up, you fucking bitch." And then the commercial ends. What was the game where you were a medieval skeleton and started in a mansion?
Is that medieval?
Yeah, I guess.
Like the game medieval? Like I'm not being a smartass. I mean like medieval. I know he said medieval
That wasn't on
skeleton,
Dreamcast.
but like,
that was PlayStation, right?
yeah, I was gonna say that was only on PlayStation.
Yeah, that's a Sony game.
Unless you're just talking about like another game in general, and it wasn't on Dreamcast. Because there was
Saturn,
Medieval
not
1 and
Dreamcast.
Medieval 2.
This thing Sega created 2K series. Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
That's right.
And that was back when you can, have sports games, and there was like a million different sports games coming out on all different consoles.
They were competitive, man. They
Oh
were
my God,
online
it was-
before Madden was on Xbox because EA was butthurt that Xbox had their own NFL Fever and all that, and then Xbox was letting like 2K do the online thing. Madden put 2K out of business, and then Madden the next year, I think it was Madden 06. Madden
That was
05
it.
had online for Xbox Live. A lot of people don't remember that. Like Madden was like not online for Xbox because they were friggin' butthurt that they had Xbox Sports Network and Xbox Studios. Nah, there was one on Dreamcast like that. Man,
Huh.
it was good.
I found it.
Maybe it was Nightmare Creatures.
Oh yeah, Nightmare Creatures. Yeah. Trying to think of another Dreamcast.
You found it?
I found it. I put it in the chat. It's at minute. I'll tell you exactly what minute it's at.
Shut up, you fucking bitch.
Watch it, Anthony.
It's at like 28 seconds.
Saturn had Mr.
Yeah, if you go to like
Bones.
28 seconds, you'll find it. It's so
Go
funny.
ahead, Anthony. An hour and 20 minutes. What kind of video are you posting out there?
Oh, 28 seconds.
You put it in the chat?
Yeah. I put it in the like actual YouTube chat. Do you want me to send it on?
Oh, no,
send
that's
it-
fine. I see it here. Cool.
I'll put it here anyway for later, so we can all laugh
I
at
kind of wish I could watch it.
it. It's so damn funny.
He says it so fast and the commercial ends.
It's like poor Tails. Damn.
He cursed him out.
Yeah.
Shut up, you fucking bitch.
Oh my god, it's amazing.
I could tell how someone could think that.
A lot of people in the comments probably think that too.
Oh.
Watch it again and then look in the comments.
Go looking in the comments.
I like you see the House of the Dead characters too.
Yeah.
Someone wrote, "I would love to live in a place like that with all the characters."
Who wrote that?
Oh, somebody thought he said, "Shut up, you quadruped."
Someone said, "Shut up, you barking bear." And the guy said, "Is he blind or something? Does that yellow fox look like a bear?" That's what's.
That's not what he said. He said Buckethead.
Someone wrote, "Yo," in all caps. "Yo, did he just tell Tails to shut up? He done." Wait, what did Ryan call Tails? Yeah, that's what he said. That's people are asking. So.
That is funny.
It totally sounded like you said, "Shut up, you fucking bitch."
It did. Like, and I can remember, like, I can imagine you seeing that back in the day, and like, you couldn't just like rewind or like look at it again. So you're just like, "Oh shit, that's what he said."
I will tell you this. A lot of people say, "Oh, marketing rights." They played that commercial a million fucking times all over the TV. It doesn't matter what channel it was. They were promoting
Right.
the hell out of Dreamcast. Um, everyone's laughing. How about the Sony chick? What Sony chick? The Dreamcast commercial with the Sony thief. The Sony thief?
What the
You know
hell?
what's funny? Going back to games them putting their games on PC. I had Sonic R on PC when I was a little kid, and I thought it was just a PC game. I didn't even know it was like a Saturn game because I didn't have a Saturn. So I was like, "Oh, this is a cool computer game they made of
Yeah.
Sonic."
I got Sonic Heroes on PC. Someone traded it in.
Nice. That's like the last good Sonic game, in my opinion.
So the whole thing with Sega, the reason why we got here is because Sony's done, man. This is like the beginning and end of Sony.
Will we
And-
fondly look back on this in 20 years like we do with Sega?
No. Because Sega didn't cause their demise. Well, kind of.
Right. Not purposely like
This guy, Jim Ryan, ran right into traffic and started playing. It's like, what are you doing? So, you know what? Why don't we ask the chat room? Q&A? I don't want to do no Q&A.
Second.
Start a poll.
A poll. Yeah, I think I don't know if Jim Ryan will get fired from Sony, but he's definitely gonna get demoted from his position. We have to see what happens with that, but I don't think they're gonna leave him in charge after this.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, he's been there for 28 years. I don't know if they're gonna fire him, but they'll send him back to Europe or something.
Doesn't he live in Europe?
No, but I mean, like, he used to be the head of only Europe.
They
So
canceled
maybe
all that. It's all one job now.
Maybe he will get fired.
They flattened all those positions and said, you're the guy.
Yeah, because he's not going to be able to be CEO anymore like that. There's no way. Not after this. They have to, even just for like to make it look good, they have to switch it up. To be like, oh, we have new management. They have to try.
The Alchemist is here. What's going on, man?
What's up?
Going up, brother? Going up. What's going on, brother?
Going up.
The main character in the game is his face covered in bandages.
On Dreamcast? Or do you mean like Sega Genesis? What do you mean?
Is that Decap Attack on Genesis?
That's what I was thinking, but
He's the new Don Matrick. And who called that?
that guy.
Can you,
Very-
while Anthony's doing whatever, petting his cats, can you tell people what Jim Ryan said in the old interview?
Oh, okay. I watched an interview from like a year ago because I was curious. I've never really watched like a lot of interviews with him, and he number one, he said the guy asked him what his first PlayStation game he ever played was, and he said Jumping Flash, and he like fondly remembers Jumping Flash, which is odd, because why wouldn't you bring it back? And then they were talking about like the launches of consoles, and he even admitted they really struggled through that PS3, and he's like, when they got to PS4 it was like a breath of fresh air because they were through that, because PS3 was just such a nightmare.
Okay.
Which is
so what I told you PS3 was all Ken Kudaragi's fault. Now you found out that he spoke to Ken Kudaragi.
Back in the old days, because he launched PS1 in Europe, Jim Ryan, and it was not doing well because it was like a mess because they had different currencies. He was explaining the whole thing. So he went to go talk to Ken Kudaragi, and I guess he didn't. I don't know if he didn't speak very good English or whatever, but all he said to him was, "Please fix your inadequate business practice." And then they got back on the plane and went back to Europe, and we're like, "Crap, we're dead." So I don't know what that means.
Say PS1s are ancient. Nobody wants to play them. Yes.
Yeah, he's very out of touch.
And that actually came back to bite him because they lost 2 million subs after adding PS1 games to their service. Great business.
When you watch the interview and he explains the stuff that he was doing, you kind of get
Maybe
why he's
GameStop will
just
hire him when he's fired. He
probably.
seems to want to tell people what they don't want. He fits
Yeah,
right
right.
into GameStop.
But he was always a marketing guy. He's not a gamer. He's not. He was literally a suit for 20 whatever years. So that's part of the problem.
You got to respect that, but the problem is Sega's Master System 2. You know, I have a Master System, but I never had the 2.
I didn't know there was a 2.
I never.
Yeah,
know
there's
this.
a 2. Like I said, Sony is their Saturn moment. Yeah. Dude, Activision owns Blue Stinger. Well, you're never going to get another one.
Supposed to get another something to do with Crash tomorrow. So at least he's not dead.
Oh, really?
Do you think we're getting a patch?
I think it'll be Crash 5.
I hope so.
Crash
I think
5,
it'll
huh?
be Crash 5. That's my prediction. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Probably.
Maybe yeah, I mean I don't know if they're allowed to. Well, yeah, they could patch it, right? Why not? Even though Microsoft doesn't own it yet, why not?
Sure. I mean, dude, I still want 60 frames for Crash Team Racing. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, that is one of the best racing games. I'm telling you. And
What
like,
if
that
it's a
was such
new
good
Crash
remake.
Team Racing?
Yo, I wouldn't be.
That'll
pissed
be
at that.
60 FPS out the
That's
gate.
all I
Yeah,
want.
out
Yes.
the gate. To be honest with you, I would want them to just do that so we can have something that's like, X enhanced or so. I love Crash Team Racing in general, and they did a really good job with the remake. But I got to put it on like Vivid just to, like smooth it out a little bit. It's rough on 30. It's just a little rough, but it's still good, and it's never been on PC. So what the fuck? It's like we don't even have an option to play it in 60 unless our boys over at a homebrew whip up something on the Pro. But that's the
They
only thing
did.
I
They
can
unlocked the
think
frame rate, but it dips into the 40s and
of.
only
Yeah.
in like certain spots you hit like 55,
Right.
60.
Maybe certain stages have a lot of shit going on. They probably,
You know what it was, man? The Pro couldn't do it. With that Jaguar was the bottleneck. That's
It
why
was
the Pro
literally
didn't really
stopping it.
deliver. Yeah, that's why the Pro really didn't deliver a lot of what it promised. That Jaguar core, man, it was the worst thing ever, like in gaming. But we'll see. So Microsoft dropped a big ass nuke with Nintendo, and then they walked off to play Halo. What?
I mean, no, they dropped that and then they flew to Washington and then that's it. So
They didn't fly to Washington. The guy took a train, I heard.
whatever. Somehow they got there. They didn't go home and play Halo after.
What?
Halo.
Nightmare Creatures 2. I told you.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I know who he's
Perry
talking
said
about
that.
now with the mummy with the bandages. Okay.
Oh,
I
yeah.
did call Nightmare Creatures.
You did.
Phil was online playing Halo after. Oh, yeah? He's probably playing it like, God damn, this is a piece of shit.
Dude,
Yeah,
I couldn't even tell you the last time I actually played Halo. It's been a long time. I kind of just stopped when I got bored.
We need to get Bethesda on that.
Yeah.
Hey, you
So
guys
did
made
you guys
Doom,
play
right?
the new winter update? Like what is that?
You didn't hear me? Oh, okay. The what? The winter update? I don't know. We played some custom level and I was like lost.
Yeah.
The only cool thing was they added that pit map.
And
From
Forges
Halo
in
3.
beta, right? Oh, they did? They
Yeah,
added
Pit
that?
from Halo 3
Okay.
was added.
All right. I mean, that should have been. Why is there one classic map? We have Halo 2, we have Halo 4, Halo 5. We have these other games. It's like they could have pulled from those games just to kind of pad it out
And
while
by
they're
the
working
way,
on new maps.
I heard that today they're updating Master Chief Collection again.
Keep it installed.
Why?
You never know.
They're adding more stuff to it.
So backward, man.
Well, you
That
got
was
more people
actually-
on that than Infinite, so I mean, you're kind of stuck there. You kind of have to update it.
Yeah. I had on my list here the multiplayer creative director for 343 left over the weekend. So now it's a whole
Great.
new regime of people. So we'll see.
Great, good for
A
him.
lot of Microsoft news.
I hope he stopped at the deli outside and got a sandwich.
It's
for
not going to
him.
mean any changes for the game, so don't worry.
Look at this, Bulls.
I had that magazine.
Whoa.
This is cool. This is from, back in the day, but it has the poster inside. It's a Dreamcast poster. It like has like it's thinking. It says it right there. And it has
It's
like
thinking.
yeah, we're just have the throwback and it opens up. It's got like all the games. It's pretty cool. But I have something. The reason why I have these, I have this specifically, is because we're going to talk about one topic, and I'm going to show this old catalog when we start talking about a particular subject here. But I don't know what's next on your docket here. Do you guys want to
You
keep
need to
talking
jump
about
into
Microsoft?
Twitter, Anthony, so the PlayStation guys can rip you apart for liking your game.
Yeah, you can't like anything nowadays, or you're completely wrong.
All right, so what do you think? You think this is the end of PlayStation? You think this is like the beginning of the end?
This is something where, yeah, I think this definitely has to be like the next 5 years is going to be like telling of where we are in this console generation, because we're 2 years in now. Not much has moved, but then all this backstage assault drama is going on. So it's one of those things where I think.
By the way, real
Oh,
quick,
go ahead.
they're remaking Uncharted without Naughty Dog.
Are they?
The first one.
So they're pulling
Does that influence your decision at all?
yeah, no. That's the thing too. It's one of those things like with the service, with where like their decisions, the VR2 pricing, like it's just one hit after the next. So I think, we'll obviously track it as we go further into this gen, but it's like you said, it's not really looking good, and we've seen history repeat itself with this stuff. So I think that this could easily be the kind of the nail in the coffin that they didn't even intentionally want to happen come down on them, but I think that's what's going on. He just really pissed off the wrong people, and you also like shit on your fan base entirely with that service. I mean, it's embarrassing.
Well, they crapped on the fans when they turned around and said, "Yeah, Call of Duty is more important to us than our game." It's like, what?
Yeah, it's like
You just brainwashed all these people for the last 10 years. That PlayStation's all about the exclusive, right?
yeah, and you're gonna go down because of COD.
Yeah, right? He's going to be like, oh no, we need Call of Duty. We need that Call of Duty.
Yeah, it's like,
Dude,
and that's the thing too. It's like with the Game Pass, still kind of
the Game
uh,
Pass.
the Game Pass. Um, it's still succeeding in a way where, look, it's making them a lot of money, and this Sony service has been out since June. So where have we gotten in that amount of time where we still don't have classics, we still don't have stuff that's day and date. They try to pretty much shit on people that are all for putting stuff on there that are day and date because like it's a lesser product, right? it's it's just there's a lot of decisions that I'm just like, why? This console should have been the ultimate machine that just plays everything, and we don't have to have this discussion that we're having right now where it's like, why can't I play X, Y, and Z? It's not even about old shit either, because I don't want people to get twisted that like we're just talking about that. It's the current shit too. Like this gen on both sides, Microsoft and Sony, has been lackluster with games in terms of like actual memorable games that we'll be playing from years on out. We're just playing third party shit and backlog stuff. So that's why I'm saying like 5 years, like let's see where we're at and then see if they even, attempt to move with, the VR2 coming out, and, who knows if they, have a console that is going to be a disk drive sold separately, like whatever the bullshit is that is, whether that comes to, to light or not. It's just, I don't understand. Like they think it's 2006 all over again, and it's not. So that's going to bite them in the ass. So that's my 2 cents on it.
Cannibal Ritual, I owe you a game still. I got to get on Steam. How you doing, man? You see the Black Friday number, says Jamie on Xbox beat PlayStation in the US and the UK.
The numbers are closing in.
You're right, Ant. Bullshit. You can't dislike anything either. Yeah, that's right.
It works both ways, for sure.
I don't know, man. I think this might be the beginning of the end for them because dude, you pissed off the wrong people. We've never seen anything like this before, as far as like, yeah, I mean, Nintendo taking Sega to court, that was brutal. But this is on another level. This is like in the public eye, like 100% in the public eye. This is all over the internet, social media. Ah, man, I don't know. Jim Ryan did a really bad job. You guys gonna watch tomorrow on stream to have a chance to win a Steam Deck? I might have to, but you have to watch it on Steam.
I just leave it on.
I have a Steam Deck, but I can use another one to destroy and beat up and could win one for a stocking stuffer. Here's a $700 machine. Oh, thank you.
Why,
All I want you was a pair of pants. Give me my Steam Deck. He would say it. But yes, Dreadpool is right. I was about to call him Deadpool. Dreadpool is correct. If you watch the Game Awards on Steam, but you have to register first. So go to the register page tonight, log in your Steam account, register, and if you watch it in the chat room on Steam, every minute they're going to call out a name. And if you're in that chat room, you could possibly win, but you have to be registered. So definitely go do all that tonight. Hey, my wife and I registered, and we have Steam Decks already, so let's see what happens.
Might as well do it.
Yeah, if Jim hasn't said what he said, Sony could have prevented it. Now, I think the industry is targeting Sony. I'm going to watch it on Switch. One and do a channel giveaway. Well, here's the thing. In New York, you can't do raffles, but I could do a giveaway. That's so stupid. You can't do raffles. It's all because of that gambling shit.
Yeah.
No, you can't do raffles. Watch tomorrow, see Jeff Keighley spread his ass cheeks like Kojima, says the Alchemist. Well, Animal from, Anthony told me, Animal from Sesame Street's going to host.
I told you.
Or you told me that. So maybe Animal will hit a button by accident. You'll see Keighley and, what's his name?
Oh
Dude.
my god.
He's from the Muppets, not Sesame Street.
Whatever.
My boy, you're
Sesame
screwing him up.
Street.
You're like
It says he will be a presenter at the Game Awards.
Is he going to say fuck the Game Awards or fuck the Oscars like the other
I
guy?
hope so.
That guy is coming back again.
Yeah, they showed him too.
Oh yeah. Well,
How
he
are they
won
going to
Game of
have
the Year
language
last
like
year.
that with Animal there?
He won Game of the Year last year with It Takes Two, so he's
Was
right
that
on
like
high
3
on
years ago?
The
That was last
Muppets
year.
are old now. They don't care about cursing.
He's going to win Game of the Year without having a game. I didn't even play the Elden Ring DLC today, man. I really was looking forward to that.
I saw a
bit.
thing for it. You have to like find the arena, and then
slept
I
all
don't know
day.
how it works.
I was up until like 8 in the morning, 9 in the morning. I fell asleep.
Damn.
Yeah. Super chat entry then. You could do that, I guess. It's still not going to improve your chances to win. Jim Henson is still their father. He created it all. Yeah, I miss him.
Yeah.
He used to do the Jim Henson's workshop. Used to do the Ninja Turtle movies when I was a kid.
Creature Shop.
Yeah, they were great. Even after he passed, man, they kept getting all that work done. It was some good stuff. Now you don't see that. You see all CGI crap. They should have an animal come out of friggin' Reggie's ass. Oh, what is
If
that?
if they have the Muppets interacting with like a Reggie puppet, I'm literally gonna lose it. Like that's it.
Should kill him. Kill the Reggie puppet and be done with it. And Reggie goes, "Hey, you can't do that to my fucking puppet! Oh my god, I cursed!" Do you think Muppet Spot Chief shot? What? I don't know, man. You know, Jeff Keighley's fucking weird. The guy tweeted something today. I don't know why it's in my feed. I don't follow him. That
They just know what you like.
he's nervous about unlocking his phone, his iPhone. He's trembling every time he unlocks his iPhone because he's afraid leaks are going to get out. And then
because
he
he
literally
knows
wrote,
how
and then
the show's programmed, right?
and then I see nothing, and I go, phew. Oh well, back to rehearsals. It's like, what's wrong with these people?
Stuff
Well, I
is
was gonna
leaking
say,
You
now.
really
So-
type this stuff?
But I was gonna say, like, what? So if he has to program the show, are they just saying,
The guy's
no, we're not
fucking
going to tell
cringe,
this
dude.
guy
He's
until
fucking dumb. Nobody talks like that, okay? I don't know. There's something with that guy. He's a fucking weirdo. I mean, we all know that.
yeah,
He's got a big crush on Kojima, and he's okay with just letting everybody know.
He had that hot sex with God of War. He smoked a cigarette after.
Yeah. and then he waits until December every year.
Dude, I didn't even go back to God of War. I gotta finish that. I gotta finish God of War, Callisto, and there was another game, Call of Duty. I gotta finish. Horizon can kiss my ass. The game sucks.
Same.
I'm here to battle, but would you like to talk for like 8 hours first? Little known secret. Oh man, I'm not reading that.
No, I mean I kind of get what you're
Jeff
saying.
Keighley, they have that in common.
Because they're puppets, so like I don't
Well,
know.
Jeff
yeah.
Keighley does have somebody up his ass, so there you go.
Yeah.
Somebody is puppeteering Jeff
Yes.
Jeff Keighley.
And they're programming the show with him. So
He's afraid. He trembles to unlock his iPhone because he's afraid Kojima's going to be with some other guy.
He dreads the day when
yeah,
Kojima's with somebody else.
Remember we called him Kojimbo that one time by accident?
Yeah.
Kojumbo.
Jump.
I should call it Palisto. Palisto. Callisto Panini. That's a shirt. So what do you got, Frank?
Just real quick to wrap up the PlayStation thing. I think this is definitely like a big moment to decide their future because they have to start thinking about. I mean, they're already thinking about their next console, but they have to start deciding like within the next 3-4 years. Hey, are we gonna start manufacturing something? Like this is a big deal. So we'll have to see where this goes. But
I think there's a possibility you might not see a PlayStation 6.
that's what I'm thinking. Like they only have a limited time to decide, are we going to do this or not?
But they already announced it fucking 2 weeks ago, right? 3
Yeah,
weeks
right.
ago?
The system that never came out.
Oh, they officially announced it. Yeah, I'm sure they did 2 years in. Great.
But I don't know. I mean, we'll be watching and we'll see what
Cholesterol
happens.
Protocol. That was a good one.
Cholesterol.
I don't know. If there is a 6, there won't be a 7.
Yeah, absolutely.
It depends on what happens. I think Jim Ryan's gonna get fired. I think the minute this
Looks
deal
like
goes
it.
through, he's out. But the thing is, who do you put there? And are they going to do what he did, or they're totally going to do something different? Maybe they'll actually listen to the fan base and start doing shit. Day and date. Get those subs up. Something.
yeah, because they really didn't show any effort with that since June either. So it's like, dude, you gotta pick up the pace there. You got so much to your library, you're not even acknowledging.
Bring back SOCOM. What are you doing? Fuck Killzone. That shit's dead. Bring back SOCOM.
They haven't brought. Yeah, I was gonna say Shadow's Fall was what
Shadowfell.
2013. Shadowfell. That was
That was 10 years
2013.
ago.
So yeah, that's dead. Like that's dead at this point. They're not even gonna bring that up. And when they bring it back, it's just gonna be called Killzone. Watch. It's just gonna be called Killzone, and it will be a reboot, and they'll just start from scratch. But maybe that's for the better, so you don't have a fucking owl flying around. You got to use the touchpad. You got to swipe the controller.
That's what killed that game. Dreadpool says, imagine if they dropped Earthworm Jim console drop date. Date drop.
Yeah.
I wish.
I think you might get GoldenEye tomorrow. I think GoldenEye might actually drop tomorrow. But who am I? Remake The Last of Us one more time.
Yes.
Well, I'm hearing the Uncharted. The first one's going to get remade.
They want to remake Uncharted. They want to
without Naughty Dog.
Yeah.
Earthworm Jim 4. Well, that would be cool if Earthworm Jim came out.
Yeah, why is that not... Now that the other thing is not happening, that other console, for now, why don't they just plop that out on, like, all the consoles?
GoldenEye is definitely plausible. The Last of Us remake. Well, The Last of Us remake might get announced for PC tomorrow.
Yeah, that should already be on there.
It probably won't come out tomorrow, but it'll be announced, I would think.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have a few game drops tomorrow.
Well, I was going to say, I was talking to Perry before. Like, if there's only the good thing about it, the only good thing is that we'll at least be able to see, like, new reveals. But like I was telling Perry, like, it's going to be one of those things where, like, I have to, like, keep my my hand on, like, the mute button so I don't get copyright flagged, because they always like to play, Green Day and, like, all these
Ladies
bands.
and gentlemen, Green Day performing Dookie live
Yeah.
at the Game Awards.
Yeah,
Wait,
remember
Dookie,
that year they played?
Wait a minute, wasn't that the album, Dookie?
Yeah,
that was the album. But the thing is that
they're going to play the whole album.
I think they played at the one where the Series X was released, and there was like the Series X, and they're like, and now there's Green Day, and I'm just like, well, I got to mute this.
Now
stream
we're gonna have
because...
Weezer, a band that nobody fucking knows.
The thing is like, it's not even like the live bands, because they're gonna have a live performance. That's the shit they got to cut. They said this is gonna be shorter, 3.5 hours. They got to cut the live act shit. Like, this isn't a fucking Super Bowl. You don't have to have a band come out and, like, play. You know what I mean? Like, it's a fucking Game Awards. Like,
maybe the guys with the flutes will come out.
But that's what I'm saying, is like, I understand the orchestra game soundtrack. That makes sense. But, like, you don't need a band to come out and then, like, it's like, oh yeah, let's just kill this time here, and then another commercial break. You're just like, what is happening?
But it's not even for the Game Awards. Big Kakajimas.
We got Disturbed singing
in Japanese.
The glass breaks. Glass shatters. It's like, that's the thing too. Like, it's not even the bands. It's also like the music they use in the trailers. Like, they always use something that, like, is immediately, you're just gonna get flagged. So I guess we'll see what happens.
ACR wants a Driver 2 remake. They are still in work. They're still working on the. If I can read, Dreadpool says they're still working on Earthworm Jim 4 exclusively for Amico.
Really?
I don't know, man. Look, Anthony, he didn't believe him. He just left.
He could not stand it. He was like, I need Earthworm Jim on it.
Oh, God, what is that thing?
You were right. He left to pet his cat.
Cat.
He said that before.
Listen to stinking cat. Get out of here. I'm live. Driver 2 deserves the remake.
Driver 2. Wow, that's a. I haven't played Driver 2 in a long time.
Me and my brother played the Driver. Well, I hope the Amico comes out at some point, someday, retail wise.
Yeah,
I'll get one. I was gonna get one, and I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm still waiting for Polymega. I'm still waiting for
Are you still waiting for the No fucking way.
I'm still waiting for. They said it was already shipping this week. The Analog Pocket. I got those coming in. I bought those a year ago. They've had my money for over a year. Polymega's had my money for like 3 years.
That's insane.
And they keep posting, our shipments, they should be in soon.
We're sorry.
Like, just fucking get the fucking things in.
Did you see some company posted that their stuff got robbed. Who was that? Hold on, I gotta find the thing. It was one of those companies.
Oh, fucking bad. Claim your insurance and make new ones, man.
I was
I'm
gonna
tired of this
say,
shit.
don't these
Let me
companies
see what it
have
was
insurance
called.
for shit like that?
It's always our fault that their
Hold
shit's
on.
late.
Oh,
It's like,
Evercade EXP stock stolen out of the truck.
then make new ones. Claim the insurance and fucking make new ones. All right, I've had enough of this shit.
All the people waiting on collector's editions. Oh, we're sorry.
We totally ripped all you guys off, and we can't give you your money back because
Dude, imagine it's supposed to get there that week, and they're like, it got robbed, and now you have to wait for us to make more.
Poly Mega, they lost a bunch of shipment containers for like 2 years.
That's crazy.
And when they finally found them, like half the equipment was like destroyed.
Wow.
That's what they're saying. I don't know who the hell to believe anymore. Hey guys, why don't you release shit and then we'll buy it? How about that?
Right.
That would be nice.
That goes for everybody. Like my phone. My wife ordered a new phone on Black Friday from Samsung, directly from Samsung. We do it all the time, no issues. 2-day shipping. FedEx lost the fucking package. It's in Memphis with Elvis.
With Elvis?
They still can't find it. So she went
That's
to Best Buy and
fucked
just
up,
bought a new
man.
phone.
It's so fucked up.
I called and I spoke to the claims department at FedEx.
Did you sit at the bench and transfer your...
And then I missed their call by 5 minutes. And I just called back Samsung. I was like, yo, can I just get my money back? Like, this is bullshit. And they were like, all right, 3 to 5 days. I was like, I'll get my money back quicker than the phone was supposed to be here. I have a new camera shipping out of China. My night video should be better. Anticipation is killing me. Well, that's going to be cool.
Nice.
You can finally film a Nightman reboot.
He can ride the little train at nighttime. That'd be awesome. RWK's laughing. Redpool's laughing. RWK is underrated and a hard ass. Heck. In Cuba, get that car from under the ground. Okay. I will ride the train at night. Yeah, ride the train at 3 o'clock in the morning and howl.
My God.
Imagine though, if, like he caught some crazy shit on camera at night.
He should come here and look for Bigfoot like everybody else.
That's like your house. You should make a train for Dreadpool outside your house.
It could go around the dread shed.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's cool though. He was riding the train, and you literally can like go all over with the 3D camera.
You could pan
and you
where
see
you
him
want
riding the train, holding the camera. It's crazy. You could see behind him and everything. But yeah, at nighttime, if he did that, that'd be crazy. Because then you could pause it and look like, what's in the corner over there? What's this?
like werewolves and stuff in the background.
I don't know, man.
Scary.
All right. I'm gonna run a train through the Game Awards. If it sucks, you know it's gonna suck. It sucks every year.
That's why we're making fun of it. We're just trying to make it better for you guys.
Yeah, and you have to stream it tomorrow.
Yes, I do. So that
man.
will. Hey, you know, if anyone wants to watch it with us, we'll be live at 7. So
on your channel, let's talk Resident Evil.
yes.
Imagine through with all the Christmas. That's a good point.
That would look sick.
So down in Westchester, where the rich people live, they do all their houses. Like they go all out. Right by White Plains. They used to do it. We used to go there all the time as kids. They would do all the houses. Like going down 2 blocks.
That's how it is over here in Jersey. Like a lot of people just go all out on their houses.
So can I tell you something about my neighbor? We got new neighbors about a couple of years ago. 1 or 2 years ago. Yo, they don't. So the guy told us he doesn't like Halloween.
The guy to your right?
The guy that, where you parked and the guy goes,
yeah.
how long you're staying?
It's like it's a
That
public
guy
street.
left. That guy moved away.
Really?
So we got new people in. And the new people were like, yeah, we don't like Halloween. So on Halloween, he's got Christmas shit up. Christmas lights and everything. And I'm like, what? Why can't somebody normal live in that house?
They gotta
Can't
just
win.
they gotta bring out Mariah
And
Carey's
he doesn't.
All I Want
And
for
last
Christmas
year, he
in
didn't take the
October.
lights down till March.
Ugh.
I think people that do it are gonna leave it up all season because they have like you know
Okay, but
something.
seriously,
It's like we get it.
on
You love
Halloween,
Christmas.
you got trick or treaters, and this fucking guy's got Christmas lights on.
Yeah, it's like we get it. What do you not give candy to kids? You fuck like, you know. It's like we get it. You love Christmas. So does everyone else.
He doesn't like Halloween, so he puts Christmas
He's
lights
got
up.
something to prove. Yeah, it's like
Well,
come
they got to
on.
prove
Man.
nobody gives a shit. I'm just saying though, it's annoying seeing everyone's got Halloween shit, and this guy's got Santa Claus in the front of the fucking house. You know what I mean? Like candy canes and shit that light up. It's like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, like I said,
Got Christmas with the fucking cranks over here.
Yeah. It's common over here, but usually people over here at least wait until like late November, December. You know what I mean? They try to get them out before it's like super cold. Because right now it's like today it was like 50, but like it dropped down to like 20 degrees, 15 degrees. So it's getting fucking cold.
Jeff rides the Kojima train.
Oh, no.
RW,
Dude, I
just
think
wanna
Jeff
say-
Keighley
Oh, go ahead.
purposely roofies himself the night before and the night during the Game Awards.
Oh no, I'm tired.
He's like, oh man, so many celebrities around me.
Dude, Kojima is gonna fuck Healy so hard it's gonna be like Hiroshima Part 2. His ass is just gonna explode. Yeah, fuck you, Jeff Keighley. If you're fucking watching, you fucking suck, bro. He ain't watching shit.
Oh
He's
my
too busy
God.
fucking spanking Kojima's ass.
Yeah, he's getting ready. What's up?
What's happening,
What's up,
gents?
Miss Dude?
What's going on, brother?
So,
Yeah,
He probably hates
well,
us for what we're saying right now.
perfect time.
I want to address RWK. Don't expect Resident Evil stuff there tomorrow because I think if I understand like other Resident Evil channels are pushing, the
He
leaks.
thinks we're getting a demo tomorrow.
No, I think a lot of Resident Evil channels, a lot of them are like pushing, clickbait leaks and stuff, but I don't think that's actually happening.
Did you know Barry's gonna be at the Game Awards?
He's walking up there. No, I think Capcom might show something. I don't think it's going to be Resident Evil. It could be the new
Imagine
IP.
Chris
could
Redfield
be-
is just, instead of punching boulders, he's punching Kojima's ass.
It's like
He's getting it ready for Keighley over there. Well, actually, Keighley's the one that takes it, right?
I was telling Perry it could be Pragmata too. Pragmata or whatever it's called. That's that IP from Capcom. It could be Exoprimal. It could be Street Fighter. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be Resident Evil because they have their own events when they drop that stuff. And if they're gonna drop a Resident Evil demo, it's gonna be in February, like a month before release. All of their demos have come out like a month before release. They're not gonna put it out in December.
Santa's a Halloween costume.
I
So
can
I
almost
Probably
guarantee
fucking
you.
fucks his wife as Santa for 31
Oh
days.
my
or whatever.
Oh, no. I can almost guarantee you it'll be Street Fighter related because there was a leak today. For
The
Street
ba- the
Fighter.
closed
I grew up
beta
with Street
literally
Fighter, and I'm
was,
really tired of Street Fighter at this point in my life.
Well, the closed beta was like just the other day. They had the second closed beta again. So I don't know.
No,
Well,
the
they're
minute
really-
they started like marketing that to like Evo and these fucking tournament things, I was like off the train with Street Fighter. It's like, stop. Do Warzone. Do like a Warzone version of Street Fighter for the tournaments. Can you just give me regular Street Fighter?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I grew up with the franchise. I'm disenfranchised with the franchise.
But do you think this has a chance because it's on the RE engine and at least it's different than 5 or 4 or
They gotta
whatever
make it
this
so
one
it's
is?
like
6?
for like older people like me that like enjoyed Street Fighter and not this Evo tournament bullshit. Like in the loading screens, you see fucking ads for their tournaments. It's like I don't care about this shit.
Right.
I'm 40 fucking. I'm gonna be 40 years old.
No, that's
I
fair.
really don't give a shit.
That's fair.
What if you were playing Resident Evil and they put ads up? Ooh, get into reverse. It's like you don't care about that shit.
Yeah, it's like, dude, I just want to play the game,
The reverse tournaments are coming. It's like you don't want that.
Yeah. No.
What if Resident Evil was based around reverse?
Right. It would just be like working ass backwards,
Yeah, and you're
basically.
just like,
You
why?
know?
What am I doing? Like Street
Yeah.
Fighter Five was a good game, but then they did all this like they catered it to the tournament people, and I'm like, what are you
Right.
doing?
Yeah. They DOA did the same thing where they kept trying to make it seem like with 6, because, I've expressed my disappointment in that because I love 5. I mean, for years we kept getting 5 this version, 5 that version, and 5 was good. But then they added this dumb shit, and they kept saying when they're promoting, they're like, well, we care about competitive now. We
I'm a
care
fan
about
of.
tournament stuff. And it's like, dude, you guys just completely dropped the ball with this game because it was not very like innovative. It might have looked good, but it didn't like it added a meter, it changed things up with the game that it wasn't really like I don't know. It was kind of F you to DOA fans, in my opinion. Like it was like, wow, it's been that long since DOA 5 launched, which is 2012, and that's what you give me, you know? So yeah, DOA was a big disappointment. So I don't blame you when you see like a fighting game that especially you grew up with, just making like shit like that where you're just like, I don't, because I never really got into Street Fighter. I usually play DOA or Mortal Kombat. But, so I don't really have a stance on like the past games. I only played I think I played Street Fighter 4 on 360. I played some variation of
Street
Street
Fighter
Fighter.
4 was great.
Yeah, because that was on that you sent me that with the console back
All
then
the OG
on the
Street
Flash
Fighter games
console.
are like perfect, and then that got into X-Men vs Street Fighter. They
Yep.
became Marvel vs Capcom and all that stuff.
Marvel's Capcom was good too. I think that was, I didn't play obviously, Infinite. I played 3, but
It was the best one.
I
People say 2 is good, but I like 3 better.
three was fun. Me and Perry used to play that all the time back when that dropped, and that was a fun because again that was like it really it had RE5 characters, like it was like that era of everything they were doing kind of wrapped up in there, and yeah I don't
Dreadpool's
know.
right, man. He's
It
right,
could
man.
be
The fucking microtransactions are more than the game.
yeah the costumes, the sexy costumes and
They're
stuff, the bath
$90 a
time.
pack. There's like
Yeah,
10
it's like.
packs.
But it's like they eat it up, It's kind of like the Gran Turismo with the car thing. It's like there's people that play that game that are so like obsessed with those
I'll
specific
be right
games
back.
or skins. It just actually gets a little like, overboard, and you're like, wow, why do they have like, you know, 50 pages of costumes? Like you're just sitting there like, why,
That's why I don't like to buy fighting games right away because there's always like something. Like at least with Mortal Kombat, it's just going to be regular and then the
Yeah.
complete.
I
But
think MK is the only one I'd pay full price for, to be honest with you, anymore.
yeah,
Right? Like,
I don't know. I mean, I was actually thinking Street Fighter kind of looked cool, and I'm not really a big fighting guy, but it's allegedly it's coming out June 2nd.
okay.
So maybe when we
Maybe they'll
hang
announce
out.
that date or something.
Yeah,
Or did they already announce that date? Is that just known?
that's Steam like put it up by accident,
Oh, okay.
but that's why I think tomorrow they're gonna like announce it.
Yeah,
But
I mean, look, I
when we
don't
hang out
doubt
in the
that,
summer, maybe we could check it out if it
right.
comes out.
And I don't doubt that I could always see if I could get a code too. We could check it out. That'd be cool. You know what I mean? And then that'll be like we'll be able to actually see like how it compares to shit like that. Because a lot of times with fighting games, like you said, like the launch could be hit or miss. You don't know what they're going to include or what's going to be unlocked. Like nowadays, like because fighting games back in the day, like you would just unlock shit. Now it's like, okay, you could buy these characters, or if you want this specific skin, it's not in the game. Like I'd imagine they're still going to do shit like that because that's just like,
Of course, yeah.
2022. Like it's just unfortunately what it is. But yeah, I guess we'll see. If they end up like making something that's like a solid fighting game, I'll check it out. I'll give all that stuff a chance. If same thing with like Exoprimal and the other shit Capcom's putting out, I'll check it out. I don't know if it's going to be for me, but I'll check it out. Because I checked out Monster Hunter and that was actually really good. The new one. I know
I
it's
actually
coming.
bought it for my Steam Deck, but I'm gonna probably play it
Nice.
on Xbox when it comes out too.
I have it on PC, and because when I requested it, there's only a Switch and a PC edition, obviously, because it just was coming to Game Pass, coming up. But yeah, I'm happy that I was able to play it, and I actually really liked it. The co-op is fun. I was playing it with my friend, and he knew like a lot more than I did, so it kind of helped that like I had someone to kind of guide me along. So that was kind of cool. Yeah, Masood. Yeah, the leaks for RE4 are a pass for me. He says most are fake anyway. Yeah, a lot of those RE4 stuff that it's just people trying to get clicks and views and trying to jump on the Resident Evil content train by invading with leaks, and that's why I don't entertain that idea. Because it's just giving people false hope, and it's just lousy in my opinion. ACR says I'm ready for Mountain Dew flavors at the Game Awards. Is that gonna happen? I gotta get some like Mountain Dew for tomorrow's stream or something. Did you try the new one yet?
I tried Fruit Quake when we were playing Resident Evil 6.
Oh wow.
I had it and I was like, I'll just try it live, and it was pretty good. I mean, it's odd, but I definitely wouldn't buy like a case of it. I just bought a
Right.
bottle at the gas station and we tried it, but
Yeah, I guess we'll see.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Mortal Kombat RWK.
They
I
said
really
it's
don't know.
definitely not going to be at the Game Awards, but I don't know what's happening with it either.
Yeah.
So
Um.
they got to do something with Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, because I think the anniversary thing kind of gutted people a little bit, so it's like another announcement would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
DOA with thousands of microtransactions, kill it. Yeah. Street Fighter 4 was an era. Yeah, I mean it was a 360.
RWK88. He's playing Fall Guys with my account. But obviously I'm not playing the game right now. So there you go. Man, this chair is old. Alright. So what are you guys talking about?
Just Street Fighter.
We're just catching up with the chat. Yeah, like just trying to read everything.
It's funny. He thought I was podcasting and playing Fall Guys at the same time.
How would you be doing that?
So my wife plays Fall Guys on my account because she just wants to keep leveling me up for some reason. I don't even play the game. I play it when we stream. I don't play it like anytime during the day or anything. And he's playing with her in the game right now. And I think he thinks he's playing with me while I'm podcasting, but I'm not. I knew it was your wife. Okay, good.
Okay, yeah, because that'd be kind of impossible.
Cool. Well, imagine if he's like, yeah, that guy, he plays Fall Guys while he podcasts. So
yeah,
like you're that addicted to
like
it.
you're zoning out, like you're not even like there.
That's funny though. All right, what were you guys talking about?
Well, allegedly Street Fighter's coming out June 2nd, so if that's the case, we will.
I thought they were doing February, like Street Fighter 5.
Steam put up June 2nd, but I think tomorrow they're gonna like announce whatever it is. So we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, like I said, that's the one thing that's worth it with the Game Awards is to watch it, to see the reveals. Other than that, it's just gonna be.
I gotta watch it just to win a Steam Deck, man.
Yeah, so come watch it with me, and it won't be a waste of your time. Hopefully.
Excuse me, I'm trying not to burp, but what are you gonna do? Fat guy's gotta be a fat guy.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Like I said, I'm expecting Elden Ring to win Game of the Year. At least that's my prediction.
God of War, the masterpiece.
Most anticipated game, Breath of the Wild 2.
Yeah, Resident Evil 4 could win.
Yeah, it will.
Resident Evil 4? How's that gonna win Game of the Year? It's not even out.
Because they have that stupid most anticipated game.
Yeah, the most anticipated. That's
what other Sony games are on that list?
Let me see.
Silent Hill isn't on there. I know that's a Sony exclusive.
Most eagerly anticipated: Starfield, Zelda, Resident Evil 4, Hogwarts, Final Fantasy 16, and Final Prediction.
Zelda's gonna win.
It could be Resident Evil.
They're gonna kiss everybody's butt, man.
Yeah, I think.
You have to understand, the Game Awards is like a big commercial for like the big titles.
Yeah.
Hey, we got nothing Microsoft there. Isn't that funny how that works?
But we're going to
Starfield's
announce
on
the
there.
Series X at our convention. Oh.
You know, they should have the Xbox Awards. And just say, no other fucking awards matter.
AR, I think Resident Evil 2. So Resident Evil 2 Remake was nominated for Game of the Year the year that I texted Perry that they announced the Xbox. That was the year me and John was watching it, and we were like rooting for RE2. And I think it lost was it Final Fantasy 7 or no, it was Sekiro. It lost to that.
Yeah, fucking Smash Brothers was on that list too, and that didn't even win.
Right. So yeah, there was other games that got completely
Sekiro.
snubbed.
Get the fuck out of here with that game. That game sucks.
Well,
The
that's
only
what we were
time-
saying live. We were like, "Are you serious? Like over RE2 remake? Even like
That's the game that everyone came in the shop and was like, "You have that PlayStation 4 exclusive Sekiro?" It's like it's on every console.
Oh my god!
Oh, that's not what I was told.
Whoa,
You
whoa.
were told wrong, my man.
Whoa.
Everyone's
That's
told
not-
fucking wrong about this
Yeah.
shit because they believe the internet.
Right. It's like you believe everything you click, okay, without questioning it or doing some individual research, on a release on a game that you can literally go on your console store if you're not sure and just type it in. Like that's all it would take.
Sierra has a remake of her one game of the year, and he said it's about to.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like with RE2, it was
Fall Guys
nominated,
should be
but
comeback game of the year.
it's still $60.
Fall Guys.
Oh, Sekiro. I've seen it for less than that.
It's always
but-
on sale for
I was
$30,
gonna
but
say,
it never
I've
goes
seen it
any
on
lower.
sale, but yeah, I mean, I could see that being like more less common on sale. But
The only deserving game that ever won, in my opinion, was It Takes Two, because that was an excellent game and it
Yeah,
actually
but
won.
look who won it. His buddy that was screaming "fuck the Oscars." Like,
Yeah, obviously
3
it's
years in a
rigged,
row.
but
oh, really? RW? There's a good RE sale on Xbox. Sweet. Yeah, I think Code Veronica was like $3, which is like great.
For
'cause
Monica.
that edition on a
What
such
was
a-
that Resident Evil game I was just playing?
you were playing.
Five.
I was wasn't it 5 where Jill
You're-
was just like, "It's broken." Oh, that's the remake, Resident Evil 1 remake. She's like, "It's broken." On the radio when she gets the radio.
it's okay.
broken.
In the first game, she's like, "Oh, it's broken." In the remake,
like-
she's like, "It's broken."
Yeah, we I gave Perry some tips on farming the well, he knew how to clone, but I tried to give him some tips on like where to find the eggs and stuff. So you guys could be set for the stream. But Perry, shout out to him. He pretty much did all that shit, all that time he took to do that. That's
yeah,
cool.
Frank
though.
owes me like 100 grand for real.
I told you, I was like, I appreciate
life
it. You didn't
money.
have to do that, but
By
that
the
is
way,
awesome.
there was when I left, I got some news. Hyperkin is releasing the GameCube fighting pad by Circa. So basically, they're releasing their own version of it. It's a GameCube controller that's shaped like a Super Nintendo controller. It's good for
Oh
fighting.
shit!
Now, I bought one from Old School on Amazon last year or earlier this year. I don't remember. Dude, that D-pad was Dead Zone City. Like, that fucking thing sucked.
Really?
They just announced this. It's actually in stock right now. I might order one of these. They're $25. I get them a little bit cheaper.
It'll
but
go perfectly with our GameCubes.
Yeah, that's what I want. So, and we're gonna hack our original Xboxes. I got parts coming in. Frank's got his parts coming in.
I've just been throwing them all in a bag.
Let's
So
put
that-
SSDs in those bitches. Sign up for Insignia Online and play Xbox Live. The OG.
I got the 1 terabyte SSD. I got all those little wires, everything. So
Yeah, I gotta
ready.
bring out my Xbox again to see like what's going on with the signal thing. Like I told you about, Perry.
Yeah, we'll check it out. Hopefully the hard drive's not borked. Rally Girl Joe Valentine, LOL. There you go.
Yeah.
Cannibal Ritual. Yeah, Sekiro is 60 on Xbox every time. I looked at the store and I've seen 30. Yeah, it never goes below 30. Ever. That game, I mean, that's a really hard game. Like, without codes or anything. Just so you know.
Yeah.
Who? RWK, who was he talking about? Oh, alright. Anything else we miss here? Okay. What's the next topic?
Well, real quick, while we were talking about 5,
Oh, come
so
on!
you and I played Resident Evil 6 on Saturday. We beat Leon's campaign, which was enough for us.
Leon.
We did it in pretty much one sitting with like one break in between.
I
So that
haven't
was
played that
interesting.
game in like 10 years, Anthony. We're playing and there's cars randomly flying down the block and smashing into people and shit. And
Yep.
I'm like,
You're
what
cracking
the
up.
hell is going on with this game?
Did anyone get hit by the train?
We did. We both
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
That lady's huge ass got blown up into like 25 pieces from that train.
Dude, we were just staring at ass the whole time. So much
Yeah.
ass.
Helena's that's pretty much her character, and her trying to find her sister.
You were like, what if Leon just picks up her cheeks? She got hit from the train.
Dude, that's the Duke Nukem. There's a Duke Nukem line that says your ass, your face. What's the difference? Dude, that girl is fucking ugly. So her ass and her face, what's the difference? Right then and there.
They focus in on
She's like
it
a
so
female
much.
Leon. It's like nobody wants a female Leon.
Yeah, she was just kind of like a forgettable character.
And she dresses like Claire at the end. It's like, dude, what are you doing? It should have been Leon and Claire, not fucking Helena and Leon. They keep wanting to bring in these new characters, and they suck.
I know, and they never continue them.
Good.
So RE2 is $10. RE3 is $10. Village is 20. 7 is 8.
$10 for remake 3, huh? That's good.
That's not bad. Yeah.
$10 for remake 2. That's really good.
Yeah. $4 for Code Veronica. For some reason, literally all the other games are full price. 4 is full price. 5 is full price. Like, I don't know why they didn't put those on sale either, but beats me.
They were just on sale last week because he grabbed 6.
I got 6 for $8.
Nice.
He's still overpaid.
I think I got my $8 worth out of it.
Yeah, now you guys are ready for 5, right? So when are you streaming that?
We're doing 5 on Friday.
Friday
Friday
night.
or Saturday? Friday.
Friday, yeah.
Well, we're
So-
hoping that The Whale that was filmed over here, that movie with Brendan Fraser, we're hoping that gets put out. That's Friday's supposed to come out. You know, only one movie theater in New York City's playing it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's so
So
limited.
it's got to be on streaming.
I don't know. Hopefully something will come out.
Well, if
It
that
comes on
doesn't-
BG. It comes out today on the 8th. I don't see it on the BG.
Whoa. It's supposed to come out on
The
Friday.
9th. Yeah,
Is
the
it the
9th.
9th?
But there's no... I can't even find where it would be streaming. He thinks it's going to be on Showtime.
Eventually, that's what their like contract is.
We
but-
want to watch it. And if not, then we're going to stream that thing anyway.
Did
Yeah.
you see his interview with Adam Sandler?
Yeah, I was just telling
He
Perry
saw
about
that.
that.
I like how he's just like, a lot of people say, and it's Brendan Fraser,
Oh yeah.
not Fraser. It's Fraser.
Yeah, his name is
But-
Brendan with an E.
Yeah.
But he was like, Adam Sandler was like, I discovered you.
Yeah. He's like,
What an
Man, he
ass.
didn't discover shit. Adam Sandler takes credit for everybody.
I told him about you.
He's
like,
getting hate. The movie's getting like a 5-star rating. What are you talking about?
No, that everyone's loving on him.
You
He
said
He even
that
said he was like, a lot
they
of
might
people
want
say
to
this
bring
is my
back
comeback.
Batgirl
He's
because
like,
of it. Because of
he's
him.
like,
Yeah, because
Right.
there's so
Right.
much buzz about him getting an Oscar that they're considering bringing back Batgirl.
and that's what he said in the interview. He's like, people say this is my comeback. He's like, I never really stopped working. He's just like, people just didn't find my movies. Like, it just got lost in the shuffle. Like, he's like, I literally never stopped working. So, but he's like,
he's full of shit. He went away for a little bit.
he was
Like Michael Keaton. He disappeared for a little bit, and then he came back.
Yeah, he was
maybe
hurt
to the-
for like 7 years.
right, I was gonna say, but like he was back doing movies like way before this. So, but like people just weren't seeing it, because it's not like he was doing like a blockbuster summer movie. He probably just did a bunch of like direct to VOD shit.
Oh, let's see.
Yeah, he did. I think he did a show and he did like a couple little things, but I know he got hurt really bad because he did all of his own stunts his whole life.
Anthony's right, man. It came out today. AMC Lincoln Square, Broadway, New York.
It's playing at
It's out
somewhere in Westchester on Friday, I think
What?
too. Let me see.
in Westchester. Where?
Hold on.
What the hell is this?
Oh, it's going to be in Pleasantville. Oh, but it's
Oh.
not till the 19th anyway.
What the hell?
But it's supposed to come out tomorrow everywhere
Dude, the
else.
studio is right down the street. She just knock on the door, Frank, and be like, I got
Can you give me a
$25. How
screener?
much is the
Yeah.
DVD?
Give me it.
I'm hoping somebody like leaks it, but yeah, Friday, December 9th, right here.
That's weird. I meant Hollywood's hating on him. They are?
Not
What the
really.
hell?
Where are you hearing this?
I was gonna say, yeah, like, I mean,
I've seen him in some small Netflix.
I
stuff.
like the
Netflix.
the chick that's in The Whale. She's in Stranger Things, and she's really good in that. Sadie or whatever the fuck her name is.
Yeah, that's his daughter alleged in the movie.
Why doesn't
Yeah.
this shit just come out on VOD, man? We just want to watch it.
I feel like they should
I
have like.
can't have anything nice.
I was gonna say if they were waiting for. Let me actually see if it's playing near me, because I was gonna say I didn't even see a screener for it. So it's like if this thing is only playing in like major cities, then like it's got to come out on VOD like the week after.
I don't
right?
even think it's playing in major cities. I think it's
Really,
it's
not
gonna
even playing.
it's gonna get released like in 1 or 2 theaters.
So starting on like
Like
the
a night.
20th, it'll be in like AMC Crystal Run and stuff in like Middletown.
June
like
20th?
Really on the
no,
20th.
December 20th. Then it'll be in like regular theaters. I guess
But why do they delay it? That's so weird.
put the
it's
shit
not
out.
delayed. It's still coming out tomorrow on Friday.
But it's like, but where?
out
though?
already.
It's like,
He was right.
let's pray somebody just pops it up on our site. Even in
Yeah.
a bootleg, I just want to see it. I
Red
mean,
Bull
I don't
should go
think
watch it in the movie theater and just bring his 3D camera or his 3D camera.
so we can look behind us. Like
his
Yeah.
360 camera.
You look at the seats.
I don't even know if the movie is going to be any good, but
Hey, what is that thing in your hand? Hey, that's a mushroom. Oh, okay. It's not a camera.
Mushroom?
It looks like this little camera with it's got a dome on it. It's like he's holding a little
It's my mushroom.
Super Mario Brothers mushroom or something.
Hey, no mushrooms allowed in the theater. No outside mushrooms.
Yeah, it's not even playing near me. That's so weird.
Because they're doing the artsy fartsy thing where they put it in one
I
theater
know,
and they're like,
yeah.
"Oh, rave review."
They're like, we'll play it here.
One guy went to the theater and saw it.
There's a one critic in the audience, and he's like, perfect.
I guess I see negative shit about him on Twitter. Give me a fucking bark.
A fork?
Break. What negative stuff from Fraser?
I
over
don't
here?
know. I haven't seen anything, but whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm not saying you're saying it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's just a weird release. Like, I feel like they would have been more open with like how they're releasing it.
They should have just streamed it so everyone could watch it.
I'm checking Fandango because I just want to see.
Fandango, the wrestler.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
Is he gonna dance? They go to the movie theater.
Where
Did you watch the trailer for the movie?
Yes.
The movie looks like so lame though. He's like, everything's beautiful. He's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
sweating and like dying.
Well,
I just love
the
him
trailer
so
might be the
much.
only thing we can watch on Friday. We'll see.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean, at
so
some point we'll watch it.
so the only thing that's actually getting the only theater, and Frank, you might be right about this, that's getting it like in places around us are AMC's. Like, but not until the 20th of this month.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
So like does that mean it's not even going to be released on
Man, we just
You
want to
know.
watch a movie. Like, what the hell?
You have to like map out how it's gonna come out.
right.
I think it'll go up on the site at some point. We'll just have to keep checking and see. If not, I mean,
Right.
look what
And
you
even
do.
then it's like 2 or 3 showtimes a day, that's it. It's not like it has like a lot of showtimes. But
Yeah.
they're putting it out at the end of December, and then you got to deal with fucking James Cameron
Oh,
and
fuck
his,
him.
his Avatar 2.
Fuck him and fuck Avatar. The motherfucker ripped off the Smurfs. All right.
You know what he also said? He almost pulled a Stoney. He was like, you know, if the visuals are so good, he's like, even if you get, because it's 3 hours and 15 minutes, guys.
Yeah, good
Oh,
luck.
3
hell no.
hours and 15 minutes.
I
And he
didn't
was
even
like,
see
it's
the
all right.
first one.
You know what he said? He was like, if you go up to get to the bathroom, and you don't see the scenes or whatever, he's like, you could just watch it. You could just see it
All
the
right,
second time you go
motherfucker.
see
So
it.
when is this guy putting toilets in the seats in the theaters?
No, that's the thing. He was just like, oh no, when you go see it the second time, you can go see that scene again. Like he already knows you're going to see it a second time.
He's a fucking hack, dude.
Dickhead.
He's a
He's
fucking
such
hack.
an asshole. He pulled a Sony. He's like, oh, you could just get 2 jobs to get this PS. He's like, oh yeah, you could just pay to see it again. You
could
could
sleep at the
pay for
fucking
this
movie theater with your clothes off and everything. Hey, come on.
Now he's pulling a Star Wars, right? Because he's gonna put one out. He's gonna put 3 out in the next each year. He's ready to go. He stocked up on.
How old
Avatar.
is he, Anthony? 95 years old. Good luck with that shit.
I get the other one's already done.
He soured me by how long it took to release a sequel. That's what bothered me the most.
It's just because he wants to do it to Avatar 4. And Avatar 3 is scheduled to be released December 20th.
Until he bombs them all.
So, I guess he's doing Avatar 3.
So when this one bombs, who does he blame? The lighting guy?
I don't know, dude.
The lighting guy isn't going to get
this thing
paid.
has to gross $2 billion to break, to break even to make this money.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Because look, their budget's 400 million versus the up against the marketing, which is they're putting out probably 900 million total. So, but look, when I saw the first one, it wasn't a terrible movie, but it wasn't anything special. You know what I mean?
I just haven't gotten around to seeing it. I really don't care. And then, what he did with the 2 Terminator movies, he blamed the directors on that. And it's dude, you helped them write the fucking movie. Remember Terminator? Yeah, go watch Terminator Dark Fate. And then the day before release, don't go see the movie.
Yeah, what? But it's all right.
Once critics saw it.
That's all right. You'll get Avatar 3 in 2024, and then you'll get the next one in 2026, and then you'll get the next one in 2028. So, we'll be all right. Until 2030, we'll have Avatar content to consume.
Frank's daughter's going to be 30 years old by the time they stop making the stupid movies.
Yeah, the last Avatar.
Yeah, 2028.
He can't even call it the last Avatar.
Yeah, because he's just calling them
the Avatar, the Last Airbanger.
Airbanger.
That's the fucking cartoon, right?
I know. Yeah,
Airbender.
I'm very familiar with that.
Airbanger.
That guy should show up in the movie and kill all the blue people.
I'd rather watch a Last Airbender movie. That I actually like.
Takes real talent to rip off the Smurfs.
Well, apparently, so the thing is with, I think the next one, Avatar 3, that's already done filming. So I don't think I think he filmed 2 and 3 back to back. So,
That's all right.
It's all right. We don't have to keep talking about Avatar. It's okay. But anyway, yeah, Whale's not coming out until December 20th. Sidebar as fuck, but there you go.
Well, we're going to figure out how to get it.
Yeah, we'll see what we could do.
I will drop you off for the studio's right down the block. I will drop Frank off in the front door and have him bang on the door. Be like, here's $25 with the DVD.
If my Frasier shirt comes in by then I could
just stand out there with the board
we should just get Frasier on Blu-ray and watch that instead.
Yeah, all right. It's 25 hours long.
Yeah. That was cool.
Never go home.
They talked about Airheads a lot too. That was cool.
Yeah, where's the 4K?
Yeah, where is that? That's such a good movie. Such a good movie.
Dude, that movie is fucking funny. But
and he even said that
you can't even play that movie today.
It's still a great movie. I mean, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where it's dude, it's a fucking comedy, man. And the fact that
2 Ghostbusters are in that film.
Yeah.
Harold Ramis and Ernie Hudson.
And he even said that Rob Zombie recorded the demo for their song too, and he has a cassette of that. So,
well, they're in a White Zombie concert in that movie.
Yeah.
Chris Farley goes in there and rips the
White Zombie did
off.
did a song. There was a song on the soundtrack that they did. They
shot on cool. Chris Farley too. They were like, man, catering probably had to go through so much stuff because Farley was on set, and then he was like, oh, maybe he was on a diet at that time. It was horrible.
Yeah, he was on some diet, all right.
But it's funny because it's Brendan Fraser's like Picard. Like all his friends are coming out of the woodwork now that he's popular. Like I saw Elizabeth Hurley was like, we should do a Bedazzled reunion now. Like everybody wants a piece of him because he's hot and they want to be relevant again.
He's about to get an Oscar, so they're all.
Yep, his best friend again. Don't forget about us.
He should say, you know what, guys, go fuck yourselves. Where were you when I was going through a bunch of shit?
You know what, though? The only one who I think is really genuine is The Rock, because he's more popular than Brendan Fraser will ever be. And he was like, yo, I remember you got me in the movie.
Well, he said he was willing to work with him again.
Yeah. So that's
cool.
Where
was The Rock?
Did he ever call him up?
Should have called him up and be like, yo, you want to be in Rampage?
That actually would have been a good movie for him to be in, but... Time to make another Scorpion King.
The Mummy. Continued in his universe.
Dude, and I watched a thing with him, and they said in one of the Mummies, he almost died on set.
Really?
Because he was doing all his own stunts, and he just, like, couldn't do it.
Fred, what is going on, brother? How you doing?
What's up?
It's Fred. It's our guy, Fred.
It's Fred.
What is that?
Oh, it's a Resident Evil snow globe.
It's dope. It's a rare piece of memorabilia. Let's have this here. Bust out the R.I.P. Ready?
Steve Buscemi yelling. Yeah, I know. Exclusive blockbuster with Capcom?
It's just a print. It's like it has Chris, Sheva, Wesker, Jill, Excella.
Why don't we get a Sheva game?
Because you'll never get a Helena game either, or a Jake game, or any of the characters that they brought in.
Sheva was a better character than those characters.
She was. Well, she at least was part of the, the BSA.
The shine off Chris for being
the BSAA was like, it made sense because she was in the African division of BSAA, and Chris was they were in the same branch, just different locations, and then they came together, and you're like, okay, this is why you're here. Helena's just like this other character that's like randomly,
she's a female Leon
there. That's
Leon,
like,
that's all it is.
That's like, okay, why do we care about her sister and like all this stuff? Like Sheva, like it's grounded in that reality, like it makes sense, and it made sense why she was there. Right. It didn't make sense why Helena was really there, or the fact that like, you bring in these characters again, you don't finish their storylines, and that's what comes in the whole like remaking those games.
By the way,
because they could just take out all that dumb shit. Like
we saw a lot of similarities towards Village and RE6. Like the ending is like the same. Leon's ending is like the ending of Village.
And the whole catacombs part.
The catacombs part. And there was another section of it. And I was like, man, this is like Village,
her slimy, naked sister rolling around on the ground and shit.
Yeah, but at the end, they're at the... She goes to the grave, and then they got the guys at the car.
Oh, yeah.
And then Leon shows up. He talks to her, and then she gets her job, and she goes in the car or whatever. It's like the same ending as Village.
Leon still doesn't bang Ada, and that's it. It's still up in the air.
Ada.
Yeah. So I have a question. Do I have to do anything on my end, or can I literally just jump in with you and you can just give me the guns?
I'm gonna just give you the guns.
5 is really... The thing is, Frank, is like 6 completely abandoned the shop system. It had the dumb skill points. It had all that dumb shit. 5 is definitely... If you played 4, 5 is pretty much like that, but now you can actually trade and swap as you please with like your inventory stuff. So it's actually really fun. And I think the co-op is the highlight for sure.
Sheva was always in the way. Yeah, exactly. Like
Josh was legit too. Stevie Bank, you're right. Like
I tried shooting and she's just getting in front of me.
Yeah.
She died because I shot the rocket launcher and then she jumped right in front of the rocket. And I'm like,
no, to be honest with you, like I understand why that game gets a bad rap with like that AI, because if you had to play with that AI the whole time, I would probably not want to play that.
But the game is a fantastic game.
It is still fantastic. It still looks great. It still runs great on the machines. Yeah, you guys will have a good time. And you went back and did the chapters. You only needed to do the 2 chapters. That was Per's response when he was like, I got to beat the game under 5 hours. What? And then
that just scared anybody watching.
I like how you disappeared in the green screen.
Yeah, he just died.
Uh,
We were playing 6, so we were just cracking up because it's just so ridiculous. Like that game is so crazy.
That definitely has a lot of like those big zombies are called whoppers. That's what they're called. And the scene where he's on the bus and he's like pushing the bus, like it's just so ridiculous. Like
I realized that friggin' State of Decay ripped off all those monsters too. Because I was like, why is the guy from State of Decay here? And I was like, oh, this came out before State of Decay.
Like RE6, it felt with its movement and the pill capsules, it felt more arcadey. It felt more arcadey with how it was like it was using quick shots. You can do quick shots. You can melee and stuff. 5 is more grounded and heavy. Like when you're playing it, it doesn't. The player's not running like this. They run like this with their gun.
We were laughing at that too, the way they're running.
They don't like like I remember, like Perry said, like when you play the RE6 demo for the first time after playing 5 for all that time, you're like, what is this? Why do they run like that? They're always running. Where Resident Evil 5, you can walk or run. Now you can't move and shoot. It's just like the RE6 added moving and shooting. So yes, that was actually kind of cool because you can move your guy. Here it's like you got to stop, aim, shoot.
Are the controls in 5 like 4, or am I going to be able to do it?
Yes, if you can pretty much map it to where it's like Resident Evil 4 controls, where it's like,
oh geez,
yeah. So you can map it like that, or you can map it. I'm pretty sure it's pretty modern. Like it's not like anything crazy, you know.
Elena's sister was covered in Jim Ryan. That ain't his goop, my man. That was some crumpet sauce.
Let's see.
Burp alerts, yes. That should be coming at some point. You also have to think you only play Leon's campaign, which is the least ridiculous.
That is true. If you went into Chris, I don't even think Perry would want to play that.
I beat Chris's. I think that was stupid.
Yeah. It's the insane clown posse, Joavo. It's getting shot at, and then you got to deal with that big giant, and then you got to, it's like, and then you got to deal with Piers, and it's just like,
he fucking sucks, dude.
I never liked him. I thought Jill should have been in this game, with him. Like, why is Claire not with Leon and Jill not with Chris? Like, why
this would have been like the ultimate game,
right?
Even though the game was fucked up, it would have had good characters.
Right. Now Jake with Sherry, at least okay, like Sherry,
it's
she's
the Wesker and Birkin thing again. Their parents were together.
Right.
Everyone else doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and then you have Ada, who is, when that game came out, people forget
Ada's that wearing the red dress, but then Carla's really Ada, but she's wearing the blue dress, but then she's not.
Well, Carla was the doppelganger. She's not Ada. Yeah, it was like a whole.
Yeah, she killed herself, and you think Ada's dead, but Ada's not dead.
Oh,
Carla's dead. It's like, what? Who the fuck cares, dude?
It was so much. Again, it was a very bloated game with just too much on the plate.
Oh yeah, the giant monster. That was the Call of Duty episode.
Yeah, where you got to get on the turret and shoot it, and then you got to go underground.
Big monster you have to kill, and then they kill him, and they're just on the roof like, yeah, we just killed the big monster.
But get this, when you play Jake's campaign, because Jake is there, you have to play it all over again. Like, they make you replay the boss fight again. Like, do you remember that scene where the Ustanok comes out and the flames, and you guys have to like run around the circuit? There's like the crates, and you got to explode. You have to do that again. We just played
that the other day.
You have to do that again if you play Jake. It's like they keep putting the same fights in there, and I'm like, if they're gonna have different scenarios, can we just show that in a cutscene and then move on? What ruins that
game is the fact that no matter who you play as, when you get up to that point, you all know they survived.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So it's like it's plot armor because then you know that they're not gonna die and they're gonna be there, and you're like, okay, well,
yeah, you know nothing significant happened the whole fucking 4 hours you were playing the game.
Now, of course, when you play, Jake and Sherry, there's more Ustanok chasing. Like, there's more he's more of a pursuer in their campaign. Because at the very end, Jake is like punching him at the end. It's like Ustanok literally follows you to the end. So it does fill it in. And I think my second favorite campaign is Jake and Sherry's, right next to Leon's. But yeah,
Leon.
You didn't play the worst of it, so that's good. And 5, I think you'll actually really like, because like Perry said, it's kind of like a reunion of sorts.
5 was supposed to end the series, and then 6 was gonna keep the series going, but with new people. And then they were like, Scorpion Sub-Zero, Leon.
I feel like
Chris.
6, because Leon wasn't settled in 5. I think they were probably going to put Leon in 6 anyway, regardless. Like they were probably just saving Leon for 6, because he's usually in the even games,
Time events were definitely easier in 5 than 4. Yeah, 4 sucked. With the events.
Yeah, 5 had some aggressive ones, you know what I mean? Like when you're in the volcano at the end and you got to tap all those buttons, that's pretty crazy. But
a huge commercial about Leon and Chris beefing. Yeah, they had posters and cutouts.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that was what they were
pointing
advertising.
the guns at each other.
Yeah. It's literally on the back of the case. You look at the back of the case, it says no hope left,
Chris
and you see them aiming. It's
Chris
stupid.
took more steroids than A-Rod.
Oh my god.
That Krauser knife fight pissed me off somewhat. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I think now that's going to be all in-game because they have the knife parry in that game where you can actually like dodge or reflect the knife. I think that whole cutscene will be in-game. But
hey, Krauser.
Are we, speaking of survival horror, are we going to talk about Callisto?
Nah, it's all right. The news eclipsed it.
The news eclipsed
wow.
it. Yeah.
No, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, because I didn't want to get too off topic, but
so Callisto. What else do you got, Frank? You got some other stuff here?
Well, number one, everyone watch us on Friday. We're gonna stream 5. But yeah, let's talk about Callisto because the rest of the stuff's all small. Barely anything left. So let's just talk about Callisto.
Well, here we go. This guy's gonna get angry now.
I'll let you guys go first.
Well, he doesn't have it.
Okay.
Well, Callisto, in my opinion, is a huge piece of shit. I gave the disc to my dog and he ate it. It's $80 on the toilet. Now, all right, here's the thing with Callisto. Had a lot of performance issues when it came out, but then they patched it. And yes, there is some, as on the Series X, there still is some minor frame stutters, and then sometimes when you're in a cutscene, an in-game cutscene, it'll get really bad with some frame stuttering. But I mean, the game is a fun game. It just needs to be like patched properly. And on Steam, it was mostly negative reviews day one because the stuttering was insane. They claimed they uploaded the wrong file to Steam. So it became a clerical error. I'm like, dude, what are you going to court and filing papers and shit? Like, what the fuck's a clerical
freaking clerical error. That's what he said, the guy.
They patched that game on PC, on Steam or whatever. It's got the Nouveau, so it's still going to run like shit a little bit. But it seems to run a lot better. On PlayStation 5, they hit the lottery because it runs beautifully on there. But again, you're getting lower resolution than checkerboarding, so of course it's going to run better on there. I don't know what it runs like on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. I just know I saw a screenshot at 24 frames per second on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 4 Pro.
Our friend Dustin said that it takes 50 seconds to load back in after a death scene.
Wow.
Damn.
And he has a Pro.
Yeah, the Pro doesn't do shit for this game.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Let me tell you something about the PlayStation 4 Pro, okay? It's a piece of fucking shit. And fuck Sony for releasing this shit and making
like
people
you said
think
earlier,
they were getting
right?
their money's worth.
Bottlenecked, completely bottlenecked.
It was bottlenecked by that Jaguar core. I hate that chip. That chip should be illegal.
That's what made us feel like we were in prison along with the fucking, old gen. And we're still there because Modern Warfare 2, PS4 consoles, but anyway, that's a whole other thing.
If I could get one of those, I will unbox it. I'll waste the money and unbox it. Because I want to do a parody unboxing.
And that will be probably the last PS4 that's released, I would hope.
They'll release a Spider-Man 2 PlayStation 4. They're generations, right? And we're going to do 5 more fucking years.
Yeah.
I can take a piss and it's still come out. Whoa. Why don't you hate Callisto, Anthony? You must hate it. Well, there was online, man. Like, people were just going crazy on people for liking it. I like the game. I think it's a great IP. A great brand new IP. Is it the greatest game ever made? No. I mean, none of these games are at this point.
No. It's
But
hard
it's a
to it's
nice
hard to hit a
little
10 out of 10 every time, with these games.
it's a nice little brand new IP. It's a spiritual successor to Dead Space. I think it does it pretty well. It's not Dead Space, but it's got its nods to it. It's a fun fucking game to play. And people are like, oh, the dodging. Big fucking deal. Use its stick.
And you can also go in accessibility and turn auto dodge on if you get annoyed.
Well, that's another thing
There's literally
too.
options.
I'm okay with it because to me it's like a fighter. Like a fighting
Right.
game.
And you
And
can hold it. It's not a timing thing. You just hold it in the direction where you want ahead of time.
dude, I
and then
just
he
hit it
does
while I'm fucking hitting the guy, and I'm just like flowing with it. And the guy's going,
Right.
ooh, ah, and then I'm like, and then
I love the
oh.
perfect dodge too when it's last minute and it's like slow mo. That's like it's an
And
achievement
when
to
you
do that like
upgrade
10
the
times.
weapon, like it automatically like it enhances that
Dude, the
fighting
baton
experience.
is fucking awesome. When you
I've been
upgrade the
updating
baton,
that
that's good. That's what you want to
because
do.
the gun
Because that's
sucks.
honestly, my favorite guns are the skunk gun, which is like kind of like a double barreled shotgun, but you can upgrade it to
I don't have
4.
that gun. I only have the regular gun.
Yeah, you have to kind of look around for some of the schematics, but the riot shotgun is the one that the chick gives you later, and that is nice because once you upgrade that, you can get explosive rounds on that fucker, and that is really nice. Actually, gunplay becomes more prominent on the second half of the game,
Right.
so that's the thing. But yeah, continue what you were saying though.
The only I experienced on stream a glitch in the very beginning where you're supposed to cut the thing out of the cop's neck. I kept holding the A button and it was like phew, and it wouldn't do anything. It was like phew. And I had Dreadpool and I think maybe was it Abo or was it Trainwreck? One of those guys were in the room and they were like, just reset the game. So I reset the game and it went phew, and he picked up cut the thing and got it and we were ready to go. And I couldn't stop putting it down last night. I was gonna go to work and get some stuff done. And I was like, man, I'm really into this game.
And one thing you'll like about it, Perry, is that it's linear and there's not like it's
That's
pretty
why I like
simple.
it.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
not
have to
like
go back and forth. Yeah, there's some parts where you gotta
right.
climb an event and go into the other room again, but
Yeah,
that's
and
just
there's
so you can open the
exploration.
door and go forward.
Yeah, there's secret rooms that I found my second playthrough that I didn't even know were there because I was exploring and I got a couple achievements to find like there's like a hidden cave and there's places that you can, places that you can go to, so that's cool.
Richard with a $2 Canadian super chat. Stream the rest of Callisto. Oh. Yes, I will. I will finish the game. I'll try at least. If not, I'll get it on Steam at some point and I'll use cheats. But I think I'll fire it up on Xbox and finish it out. I put it like 2 or 3 hours in last night.
Yeah,
I didn't think I was going to do that.
that's cool. Yeah, I think it's getting a lot more unnecessary hate in the survival horror community.
You know the ending of The Hills Have Eyes, where the guy goes, "Arr!" and then the screen turns red. That's the people about this game.
Yeah, it's
go ahead.
Yeah, it's weird. No, go ahead. I was gonna say if you continue saying if you want to
Fred said
say your piece on Callisto.
Fred says, I'm still disappointed that Scorn was a game I was excited for, but I can't get past the first 5 minutes. Yeah, Scorn. I think Scorn
More
is good
right?
Scorn is good once you get the hang of it. I don't have a problem with Scorn. I know a lot of people didn't. It's not the game that people thought it was going to be,
Right.
but I think the atmosphere like nails it. And again, it's a different type of game.
Do you think this game is kind of suffering from that? This game isn't what people thought it was going to be because maybe they were expecting Dead Space 4, an action shooter.
Yeah, and I think that's what's going to hinder whether it gets a sequel or not.
That's
on
a good
top
point.
of the performance issues, I think.
Right.
Unfortunately, this might be a one and done, unless they get that performance fixed. But again, I mean,
they have story DLC coming out, so that could,
But
also,
it's hard to make a first impression twice. You know what I mean?
No, you're right.
Look at Saints Row. Like that shit launched like shit and done.
It killed it, yeah.
And this game, like I said, I like the game. Had it not had the performance issues, I think this game was pretty good. I still like the game. But, I mean, a lot of people shit on it because of the performance. I think once they nail that down and they get it, that's great. But they got to stop releasing broken games, man. They held the embargoes because they knew there was a problem. it's not like the game came out and it wasn't what they, like, oh my god, we don't know why it doesn't work right, or they knew. And that shit's got to stop. It's not just that company. It's all these companies. They got to stop releasing fucking $70 games that are broken day one.
You're right.
Because a lot of people want to play new games, and they're throwing the $70, and then you're getting the game that's fucking gimped.
I mean, look at Halo Infinite. We got completely like gimped with that, and we're fans of Halo. It's happening with our franchises, and it doesn't make it right.
Halo was good for the first like couple of months, and then it was like, all right, where's the new content?
Right, but even you said on the show, like, this game is not finished, right?
It's not finished. It's not a finished game. If I were them, I'll be dead honest with you. Just fucking work on the next Halo game. Don't even have your little team finish what you're doing with Infinite for another year or two.
Finish the roadmap, and then
in the
move
meantime,
on to the next thing.
Call Bethesda. Be like, yo, Bethesda, you guys made Doom or whatever. Can you make the next fucking Halo game for us? Yeah, that'd be great. And in the meantime, just make Halo 6.
Yeah,
don't even make
correct
Infinite.
it. But yeah, like it was about 10 to 12 hours, Stevie Mac. The game, so it's not too long, but it's pretty rich with the detail. Yeah, I mean, when I played the game, I did really enjoy my time with it, and playing through it, I'm on like my third playthrough, and stuff like that, and just off camera, because I did the first playthrough on normal, and then I actually did better on hard mode than I did on normal, because I was kind of getting everything down. And I think the necessary hate obviously comes from the performance. That I get. But it really depends on the person that's reviewing it, because the person that's reviewing it can go on from reviewing, Animal Crossing to, Callisto Protocol. So some people could say it's hard.
Dreadpool's favorite guy reviewed it.
Right.
With playing it like for, what was it? He had the code for 2 weeks and he played it like, he magically beat it in like one day.
Right.
He gave his review and said, Starward? I was like, dude, this guy didn't beat the game. Come on.
Yeah, it's that's the thing too. It's like, I think a lot of people took the negative clout.
I hate that guy.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, I think a lot of people had that negative stuff, and then when I get on, I see everyone in the chat, like, saying, oh, this and that and this and that and this and that.
Fuck,
and I'm just
that
like,
guy.
It's just like,
oh my god, that's funny.
Yeah, it's when I finally played it though, again, I kind of had the update in the middle of the stream. The Xbox was like, nope, we're restarting this game now, and I was like, oh, okay. So it updated, and then I didn't have, again, there's still minor stuttering. I didn't have any kind of bug though, or anything that was like game breaking or anything.
I just had that bug last night, so they still got work to do.
Yeah, so I think that
but you know what sucks, man? When this game is $30 in another like 2 or 3 weeks, it'll be all patched up. And that motherfucker who spent $30 on it got a better experience than me that spent $70 on it. That's what sucks, because I'll be done playing the game in 3 weeks.
Right. Well, the one thing that I'll say, and again, it's not a 10 out of 10 game for me, and I'm still kind of like, working on my review as we speak,
I think it's a pretty good game. I don't think obviously none of these games are like a 10 out of 10, but
no, there's problems I have with it. Some of the problems is like, I wish there was a quick turn.
Yes, me too. Last night I said that. I was like, yo, I got to turn around all the time. What am I doing here?
Yeah, it's definitely it's more of a grounded survival horror game than I think people were expecting. It's not an action. It's not an action game. It doesn't rely on just gunplay and stuff like that. It has it, but like, it's not just melee. Use your grip, and you can throw enemies into environments. And there's like, there's multiple layers to the combat that you kind of unlock as you go along, and it gets addicting to use different forms of combat. And so that I really liked. I thought the acting was really good. The graphics are pretty stunning when there's no problems. Like when you're out in the snow, when you get out of the prison, it looks really fucking good. Especially, I mean, The visuals are great. The sound design is on point. Is it a scary game? Not really. Like there's some really effective sound stuff, but it's definitely an immersive game. I think you should play it with headphones.
You know what this game reminds me of? A male version of Alien 3. Like, you're trying to get out of the prison. You don't really have... I mean, in that movie, there were no ammo. There were no guns in that movie, which was fucking stupid. But, I mean, she had the damn lead pipe. This guy's got the rod or whatever, the stun rod or whatever you call it.
Yeah, the baton.
Baton. I mean, it's pretty much like that, man.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. I don't think it's a bad game.
And I'm
$70 worth? Probably not.
Right.
Obviously, because of the performance, but I think it's.
I was going to say, and it's also subjective to like what people want to spend their money on. Like if people think full price games are worth it nowadays,
they're not.
How much we've been getting burned? No, they're not. But if you are a fan of survival horror, do what you want with your money. Like Perry said, it will be on sale if you want to wait. Some people were just happy to watch me play and see the experience and realize it wasn't that bad. Some people want to watch you play. Same exact thing. So I just went in with a positive mindset, shut out all the other stuff, and kind of formed my own opinion instead of letting others dictate what I have. It's not like the other reviewers didn't make valid points or this, and that. Like it didn't have. I understand that other people have problems with it. That maybe I don't mind the melee.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Might mind the melee. I don't fucking know. I guess
I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what really why everyone's butthurt about this game? Besides the performance issues, for me that's like the number one. But a lot of these reviewer guys hit on this game for one reason. They weren't allowed to post their embargo until release date.
Right.
Because guess what? So did everyone fucking else. So there wasn't that one guy that could score that fucking I'm the first guy to play it.
Yeah, exactly.
Review, you know what I mean? They all had to do it on release. And that's why that guy that Dreadpool doesn't like was, I was too busy. Yeah, because he knew the embargo, he wasn't going to make money on that.
Yeah, it would have been too.
And they all got butthurt and pissed off. And then you add the performance issues. People are like, fuck this game. I guarantee you that's what it was. But the majority of the reviewers, it was because it was embargo on release. They probably were all butthurt that they couldn't cash in on it.
Right.
Because Joe Blow, instead of watching the review, Joe Blow already bought it at fucking 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, and some people didn't check to see if they were having a hard time with the game and complaining about the difficulty. Well, maybe they should have paused the game and checked the accessibility. Maybe
put the game on easy.
Should stop. Yeah, put the game on easy, and maybe they should stop.
I can't put the game on easy. Why? Because everyone's watching you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I put the game on easy. I'm almost 40 years old. I got heart problems. I'm not gonna fucking play the game on hard. I'm not
just
crazy.
Enjoy it. Yeah, the thing is like
I play games to relax, not get my blood pressure going up.
And again, I understand that the references are there. They're like, but it's not Dead Space 4. This is supposed to be its own thing, trying to create its own universe and its own characters. I understand that people are going to review it and compare it to Dead Space, but like it deserves to be reviewed on its own. In my opinion, obviously,
that's not the guy at WK. Go ahead.
Like obviously, people are gonna be like, oh well, Dead Space. This is like Dead Space. It's like this isn't trying to be Dead Space. This is just them trying to expand on sci-fi horror, just like how sci-fi horror influenced Dead Space, and they took that, and Resident Evil 4 influenced Dead Space directly. And is it more immersive than Dead Space? That's up to you. That's you to decide. The Dead Space remake is going to be completely different. IGN did put up the first 15 minutes of Dead Space gameplay. It looks good, but even with Dead Space fans, they'll bitch about anything as well. They'll say, "Oh, it looks plastic."
Bad. They're gonna get what they
get. The blood looks like this.
I don't think it looks like plastic. That. I think it looked really good.
But dude, that's what I'm saying, is that any group of fans for games, you're gonna just get constant bitching. And again, there's stuff like the performance stuff that, like, again, I understand. Like, there is no excuse for that. We should stop getting burned on that. I agree. So I don't want to make it seem like I'm ignoring those issues, and I'm just like, because again, I'm not getting paid to say it. No one gave me a copy. Even if they did, I'm going to tell you.
I just got to check right now to say good things about it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, oh, I just checked the mailbox. So the thing is that I'm not going to say I don't agree with all the reviewers, especially when they're coming at it for unfair reasons when there's an actual, like, like you said, it's everyone's opinion. I'm not going to lose sleep over other people's opinions, but the problem is, and you know how this is, when you're trying to, like, do something and you see everyone coming in the chat saying one thing, and you're just like, dude, I didn't even get a chance to play this game yet. Let's just see what this is. Let's experience this together. And that's kind of what I tried to do with,
No, you did
playing
good.
through it 2 times.
I wanted to kill your ass for streaming it another night because I was like, fuck, I want to stream it now.
I mean, the thing is like I tried my best to get it done each day. It was hard. I finally finished it at like 5:40 a.m. On that Saturday. So I finished, and then I did hard mode on Sunday, but I got through hard mode easier. So, but look, I think at the same time, like, I don't like to do number ratings on my actual reviews, and I won't. But I'm sitting at like a solid like 8 out of 10 for this game.
What?
You know what I mean? All things aside. And if people are upset about that, if it doesn't line up with other reviewers, sorry, not sorry. It's just a survival horror game that I actually ended up enjoying. But again, there is stuff against it that I have. I also wish that there was more unlockables and replay value. There's literally nothing here. So there's stuff like that that I have problems with. And again, with no quick turn.
Yeah, the quick
there isn't
turn
even
really hurts me.
Yeah, the quick turn sucks. There isn't even a map, which I know it's linear, but it'd be nice to get one. But I know what they're trying to do.
Even
They're
in
trying
like Gears and shit, you get a waypoint. Like you don't get any of that here. Like you just
Yeah.
have to explore. It's like, dude, are we like doing PlayStation 2 shit here or what?
Right. But they do make it linear enough to where it's not too bad. And yeah, do I wish there was some puzzles? Sure. I'm a survival horror fan.
Dude, I'm good. Like
But
Gears
Perry's
of War
good on the
all the
no
fucking
puzzles.
way.
Right,
Let's just
right.
run through it. Let's do it.
And here's the thing, right? I feel like this is a game that if it did have puzzles, it would pull a Uncharted, where if you have the accessibility turned on, it'll literally just solve it for you and you can skip puzzles. That was probably one of the most like cool things that Naughty Dog has done with accessibility is you could just skip puzzles and not have to worry about it. Because people like my dad, he has no time to fucking solve puzzles, and I can't always go up there and help him. So it's
As
like,
you get older, you don't have the time anymore. Like I get like younger people can do all this stuff and they want like 500,000-hour games.
sure.
I'm gonna be 40. I don't have time for this shit anymore.
Scorn has a bunch of puzzles, right? So I know that people want to get their puzzle fix. I guess that would be,
That'd be the game, and you get the
that'd be the
atmosphere, and you
game.
get everything.
Right. But yeah, man, I don't know. I don't want to harp on it like too much. Like I said, I'm just saying I enjoyed it. If people didn't like it, that's fine. If you want to wait for a price drop, that's cool too. It's all good. You know what I mean? But I thought it was a nice little survival horror experience. And also my last complaint is just like I wish there was New Game Plus now and not later.
It's coming in February, I believe.
Right. So that's another thing.
Which
Yes,
again, that's another hindrance. Again,
right.
Someone who buys it for $20, $30 is gonna get the best of both worlds, you know?
Exactly. So yeah, I do have things against it. Yeah, I'm not blindly liking everything that this game has to offer. I did see things with it that again I had to kind of sit with, write down, play through it 3 times.
But you like the game overall, and that's what you're sticking
Right.
up for. I mean, that's what you should do. There's a lot of
Yeah.
bullshit online, and you're calling them out on it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be honest and genuine. And that's what I said
You
in
did
my
that with
playthrough.
Operation Raccoon City. Everyone shit on that game, and you were like,
Right.
"Yo, the game's fucking good." It
Yeah,
might not
and
be
even
like
though
your game, but it's good.
right, and I'll still get hate comments 10 years later because that video is 10 years old. But I don't care because it's like because again, it's just like, if you like what you like, and again, if people want Dead Space 4, then go play Dead Space Remake. It comes out next month.
We will come to your house and silence your copies of Operation Raccoon City.
They'll take the PS3, they'll take the 360.
Remember the Amico? There were people online. You will be dealt with. It was like, dude, it's a fucking console. Like, shut up.
You will be dealt with. That's amazing.
Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Yeah, that's all I got to say about Callisto. I'm looking forward to Dead Space Remake.
If you have Game Pass, you get Dead Space for I think $10 off.
Cool.
Because they connected the EA Play or whatever.
Like I said, hopefully Dead Space doesn't have a rocky launch, and it just goes.
I think it'll be fine.
Yeah.
I think EA, like today's EA, gets it. Let's see here really quick. Let's go back in the chat. I always put my games easy as hell, says Fred. RWK said something. RWK said, I think people expect too much from games nowadays. Just forget about it and have fun. It's a damn game. Well, the problem is when you pay $70 and it runs like dog shit, I think people have a problem.
Right.
That hinders the experience. No matter the game, like this game is really good, but let's be realistic. If you on PC, the game was unplayable on a fucking 4090 and a 3080. I have a 3080. I didn't buy it on PC. I was going to, but they had a really bad time, and it was the most refunded game on Steam that day. You know, it's not cool when you want to throw your money at a game. You want to have fun and relax, and you know that happens.
Right. And that's the thing too, and that's why when I was listening to the chat and my friend Brandon and other people that like bought it on PC, I was waiting to hear from them on how those updates affected the game. And they were starting to say like, okay, after that, 12 gigabyte update or whatever, I did it live on stream, but I didn't really experience bugginess on my X before that besides just like frame drops. So I didn't get that experience. So I
I saw Digital
understand.
Foundry's video on it, and they were like, "Ooh, this game runs better, just like several other games on the PS5." It's like enough with the fucking PS5. Can you take PlayStation's dick out of your mouth for 5 minutes?
They just
Fuck
want to sell those
PlayStation.
PS5 copies. But yeah, yeah, like I
Ooh.
said, I didn't have those performance issues, but that again, I understand that people had them, and I understand that it's a lot when you spend 70 on a game and it can let you down. So
That's the
I
whole
get it.
thing. If the game was $10, I don't think anybody would have an issue. They'd be like, "Oh, this game runs like shit." They would patch it like they did in 2 days or whatever, and it would be fine. It'd be. I wouldn't say it's acceptable, but I wouldn't say it's like in good condition. Like when you sell something on eBay or buy something, you got good condition and you got acceptable. I
Yeah,
think it's at the acceptable stage right now because there's still stuttering, still a few bugs. I think eventually it'll get up to the good position. But you know what? You could play the game now and you shouldn't have an issue.
yeah, I haven't had an issue, playing it. Like I said, besides the some stuttering that happens in some of the cutscenes, that's the only thing I see now. But in the actual game, it seems to be going
Dude,
pretty
there was
well.
a scene where he's watching like a past video. I was like, oh my god, what happened to the graphics? I thought it was a glitch. If Dead Space is trash and RE4 Remake sucks, I'm throwing the shit in the trash. Yeah, I agree. What do we buy these machines for if they ain't using them right?
Yeah, I mean, you can always rely on the retro stuff that made you happy for
I'll be
sure. But
honest with you, this game, besides some of the faces and stuff like that that look really detailed, sometimes I'm playing it. I'm like, this looks like an Xbox One X game, not a Series X game. They have work to do. They definitely got to get on that.
I thought the visuals were pretty solid, to be honest. But
You can see
I
there's some alias thing, and I'm like, come on. Like, they got it.
right.
They got a game. Well, what the hell are they doing? Let's go. Fix this shit. People are paying for this stuff. This generation, it's not just this game, man. It's a lot of these games are coming out and they're all fucked up. Last gen, we had a lot of games come out that were the hardware couldn't even like keep it going. Now we got the hardware and the game's like, yeah. Stupid question. Is it made by the same people who made Dead Space? Yeah, some of the crew that made Dead Space made this game.
Yes, striking
Definitely could
distance
use
as you developed it.
definitely could use a Game Plus mode coming. If from what I heard, there's a February roadmap for that, or is it January? I don't remember.
I believe it's February like 9th or 6th or something like that.
Yeah, we'll
Don't
be
quote me on
long
that.
done with this game. Uh, they got to really add that button though to turn around. That would help a lot. That would make the game a lot more like fun. Because now, like, you hear something, you gotta like turn around with both sticks to go, and then oh my god, it's some guy, and then you gotta start fighting. I don't mind the fighting. I think it's fun. I mean, you totally need to get a controller that you're gonna like brutalize, but uh Redpool said I streamed it on easy. It makes it more playable for people watching or palatable to watching if I'm not constantly dying 1,000 times. Yeah, he's right. Because who wants to see you keep getting killed
Yeah, that's
before they
that's what happened.
tune out of the stream?
That's what kept happening to me on normal.
He has no shame. I don't either. At this point in my life, what do I care? You know, I always thought that was stupid when people would go in a room and be like, "You suck at playing games." It's like, what does it matter? What does it matter how I play games, drive a car, read books? Drive a car is probably more important, but reading books, who cares? I played Uncharted so much, so I know the puzzles like the back of my hand. You want puzzles? Put on a PS2. Play Fatal Frame. If Dead Space is trash and yeah, I reread that. Okay. Video games is expensive. They need to do better. Yes, absolutely. My friends make fun of me for buying discs still and not going digital. Sorry, I'm old school. Hey, look, I agree with the digital stuff, but you know what, man? If you need the discs, you gotta have a hard copy. You could get rid of. If the game sucks, at least you could get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I like the digital stuff. I'm not gonna really shit on people for buying discs. I joke around, but you gotta do
Right.
what you gotta do. You have an option for right now, but a lot of these guys, these collector guys, oh no, I'll never. It's like, yeah, well, what happens if your house catches on fire? Insurance ain't gonna pay you fucking $50,000 for your video game collection. They're gonna be like, yo, here's $300. Like, that's what the insurance companies do, my man. So figure
It's
out
a
a
game.
plan.
It's a game with them. Yeah, it's a game with them. Yeah,
So
there's 20
yes, if
people
you're,
in here.
I
What
would
the
say,
fuck?
I would say, if anything, yeah, that's really cool. Thank you. I would say, listen, if you want the physical games, no shame. You can always use it and trade it back in. And he trades a bunch of games into me. So what am I going to tell him? No.
Right.
Hell yeah. Yes. Thank you. I appreciate everybody that's here. They put easy difficulty in games for a reason. Yeah. People that,
Yeah, it's for everyone that.
for
And
old
dude, you can do
slobs
easy, and you can turn on the
like
accessibility
me.
stuff, and it's really easy. You know.
They really need to bring cheat codes back, man. I'm really tired of playing this shit with trainers and stuff.
Just disable achievements and then let me use cheats.
Fuck achievements and trophies. Fuck that shit, man.
That's what
Just
I
give me
mean.
the
It doesn't even
codes.
matter. But Grand Theft Auto lets you do it, and it's just like,
That's what
okay,
I'm
you
saying,
just
and you
can't
can
get
have fun with
achievement.
that game. A lot of these games, no, you gotta earn it. It's like, what the fuck, dude? Am I playing a game or am I in the military? Obviously, I'm not in the military, so I want to play a game.
I played Vice City legit just to get the achievements or whatever. And then I think there was like I had to reset my save at one point because like I put the cheat in to see if it still worked because I remembered it from childhood. Like I put it in and it worked, but then I couldn't disable it and the achievements were permanently like fucked. So I had to reset a save. It was shitty. So you gotta
Bully on
be careful.
360, you can use cheat codes that are in the game, and you still get achievements for anybody that wants free achievements.
That's cool.
Yeah, they never patched that out either. I stream Call of Duty, and people think I'm like in the phase because I'm dying 500 times. Didn't they add easy mode to Elden Ring? I don't know.
With the new update, I don't know.
I gotta play that update.
That's really cool. That just dropped yesterday too, right? That they were like, "Oh yeah, it's coming out tomorrow."
They have a game called "Fuck Me Long Time Insurance Company."
I love RWK's thing of doing fuck me, long time.
He says "fack."
Yes, but he says that so he doesn't get in trouble, which
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, I know.
it's funny.
I like
Read
it.
some
Yeah,
article
it's
the other
funny.
day that Xbox is contemplating increasing the price of their first party game. They already did. They announced it.
Yeah, starting January.
But to be honest with you, who cares?
Doesn't really affect us on Game
If
Pass.
you get on Game Pass, you can play the game for fucking free. Wait till it goes on sale and then good prices are free. It is when you stack the cards for 3 years and you don't have to pay anything every month. Play the game on. People are bitching about, oh, well, that's not an excuse. What are you going to do, brother? You have a chance to play the game. Not like PlayStation. Oh, I want the new Ratchet Clank. $70 fucking dollars. There.
And then there's nothing you can do if it sucks. No refunds.
Right.
Oh, speaking of refunds, so Ramy the Ram, our buddy, he bought Callisto because he's got a digital PS5. He was like, "I'm going to get my money back from Sony." I was like, "No, you're not."
No,
He messaged me back. He goes, "They did not give me the refund. I will have to finish playing the game."
Absolutely.
Well, yeah, they're not going to give you a refund. And if they do, they'll ban your account.
This ain't Steam.
Xbox gives you money back too if you play under 2 hours.
Yep.
Dude, there is no way they could do this before now. They seized an opportunity before the Game Awards, before they release a game in 5 years. Well, I mean, look, they got to pay people too. I'm not excusing them doing it because Sony did it, and it was stupid. But what are you gonna do, man? Price is going up for everything. It's bullshit. But what are
Well, I
you gonna
guess
do?
that was also in the news, right? Microsoft is
It's on my list.
raising hell.
I made a parody video, and I think people took it. I streamed live. I did a Scott Steiner impersonation, making fun of Xbox and PlayStation. I think people thought like I was serious because we got a lot of people.
They didn't
a lot
realize
of
you
shit
were
went down.
putting on a show.
So I took it down. I was gonna leave it up, and I was like, "Ah, shit, I'm gonna take it down." Because people don't know that we make like funny videos here, but I guess I don't know.
Right. They think you're like actually
Soundboard.
pissed.
We gotta get a soundboard. I have a soundboard. I just haven't even used it on here yet.
Hey, by the way, while we have everyone
Jen, what's
here,
up, buddy? What?
can everyone hit like?
Yeah.
Oh, there's
Better
like
be-
21 people in here right now.
And no, it's
There
not
was.
e-begging. If you want likes, you just hit
And you
like.
just do
it's
it.
for free.
Jen
It
is
helps
here.
us with the algorithm. Oh yeah. Also, look at this, guys. Ready? Back in the day. Look at Nintendo. Look, charge. They're charged.
Oh my god.
Oh my
That's $59.99. That's nothing what they used to be. Nintendo
exactly, but I'm
64
saying-
games used to be $89.99, man.
Right.
All day long.
But that was also back in the late '90s, where that was like that's not included, inflation and all that shit.
You know, I hate when people say inflation because it's like, dude, we're not in fucking 30 years ago. Well, inflation today would have been like $400. Okay, but it wasn't.
Right.
Who cares?
Yeah, but I mean,
Worry
looking
about
at
the
these
shit
little-
today. Don't worry about the shit that happened fucking 40 years ago. Anyway. $70 games, it sucks ass. But you know what? Wait for a sale. And I think the biggest issue here, look at Callisto Protocol. Came out at $70. It didn't come out that well. Look at Gotham Knights, $70. Didn't come out that well. I think people are going to be more reserved in buying games. It might actually hurt the industry for a little bit. It depends. Some people are just going to buy games anyway. They don't care.
Yeah, I mean, my point of showing that was just to say, like, even back in the day when things were $70, people were still, or $60, 70, 80, people were still spending it.
But
Even
you
if they were on
understand
Nintendo
something
or
though?
Sony.
Back then, because the games were like fucking $80 a piece, $90 a piece, that's why we only had like 4 or 5 games.
Well,
for each
PS1 games
console.
were also $49.99, so even
PS1
PlayStation
games
was
were
cheaper.
actually the cheapest games back then. Nintendo was robbing everybody blind. They were.
And that's kind of what I was just trying to make that point is like people will spend the money regardless if they're a fan of it.
Yep.
Even if they don't like really have the money, but they really want to play a game and they're like, you know what, fuck it. Now it's, 74.56 or whatever it is after tax, at least over here, so it's like, yeah, you're putting out almost $100 for these games. And like you said, you want them to be full games that run well. And
I have the Chainmail Cannibal. I did a stream once at Scott Steiner here. I gotta find it. I want to do skits with that shit too. You're gonna have to film me when you come here next time. What were you saying?
I don't know. I was just saying your point of like, people want finished stuff at full price. And then back in the day when you spent $60 on an N64 game, $80 or $50 on a PS1 game, like most of the time they were finished games that, you didn't have those problems. It's a different
People made
world
games
now
back
because
in the
they can-
day. Now they're just like,
Yeah.
whoa.
We'll update it later kind of
They
thing, you know.
fix it later.
Yeah.
We have a
We
Where
big
the only thing
budget.
they could do back then was make a greatest hits
A
edition.
big budget game that's going to be like Call of Duty, but it's not finished. Release it anyway. We'll fix it later. Oh, the sales didn't do well because the game was broken at launch? We won't fix it. Move on to the next game.
Yeah, so it's like,
Fred, take care, buddy. I'll catch you later.
see you, man.
See ya.
If you want to stop by Friday, let me know. We'll be there. You can't see the shit that you're switching the camera? The switch camera, Anthony? He's got a switch? What are you, Phil Spencer? You got a switch on your shelf?
He's saying like because the quality. He's just joking.
Oh. I know what he's doing. Because he went in Dreadpool's chat and said,
Yeah.
"Oh, you're playing this game on the Switch?" And Dreadpool wanted to kill him. So he's trying to like say that we're all on the Switch to like make it like
He's
his little
egging us
shtick.
on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dreadpool's still gonna come after him. I'll try to stop by. Finals are coming up. All right, well, we'll be over there. There you go. See, I caught him. Me and my brother got 2 games a year. That's it for Christmas. Yeah, that's all we got, man.
Yeah. The video store was our best friends, you know.
I didn't get nothing for my birthday. Everything was for Christmas. Everything was saved for Christmas. A lot of people don't understand that. Oh, see? There he goes. He's going to ride the little train all the way to WK's house.
Little tiny train just crashes right through his house.
I'll show you 20 FPS. Good old used games at Funko Land.
Oh yeah,
I
Funko
remember
Land.
going to Funko Land when they first opened in Yonkers. And the guy working there was like, "Yeah, you can trade in your NES games and then they'll mail you a check." And I was like, "Yeah, no, I'm good. I'll just keep my games." That was before they had cash in store and all that stuff. I used to go to Empire State Flea Market in Portchester. And there was a Japanese dude, and he would sell games. And I told this story before. You would bring a game in, and if it was like a newer game, you would pay like, he had used games. You would pay $5, $10, or $15, depending on how new the game was and how like new your game was trading in. Like you'd bring him the game, and be like, "Okay, pick whatever here," and then you just pick it, and there's an extra 15 or extra 10 or whatever.
That's cool.
That was cool. That's how I got a lot of games. Speaking of trains, there's a game called Charlie Horse.
I don't know. I have no idea what I'm also like tired, so I'm not as quick-witted, but
So $70 games. What do you think? Phil Spencer announced they're going to go $70. A lot of people think it's because of the regulators and all that bullshit.
Man, you know, it's they're just kind of playing the game with everyone else, and I think it's just going to be harder for people to pull the trigger on games that they're unsure of, I think. But the other side of the coin is, thankfully, on the Xbox side of things, you do have Game Pass. You have things that they're not going to stop supporting. So
we're
with
gonna
that
raise
being
Game
said,
Pass, and it's going to be $150 a month.
yeah, and look, if that's the
Month?
case,
Damn.
if you decide to, you know, like not stick with it, just like any other service, like no one is, no one's
don't have to
forcing
be
you to
subbed.
do that. Well, but that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
You know,
like,
I hate all this doom and gloom bullshit. It's like, dude, people are going to play fucking games. Doesn't matter if you buy them, subscribe.
Right,
People are going to
right.
just play games.
That's what I'm saying. And whether or not
No
they
one's
think,
gonna run the place up. Oh my God! Game Pass went up $10. I'm gonna buy a PlayStation 5 now and pay the shitty prices.
right?
They have more fucking money than Xboxes. Look at. Do you see their digital sales? They're $5 to $10 more sometimes for the same fucking games that are on Xbox on sale.
Right. Yeah, no,
I
and
hate
look,
this fucking fear shit. It's stupid.
I
Go
agree.
get a PlayStation 5 and stick it up your ass. How about that?
Yeah,
Who
and
gives a fuck?
it also doesn't
Buy whatever
have,
you want. Play whatever you want. Just stop being such an asshole about it. People online
Yeah.
are so stupid.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I could only play Resident Evil with the PlayStation controller. Shut the fuck up, dude. Just shut the fuck up.
Oh man.
I can only play. Shut up.
There's nothing stopping
that
you
shit.
from buying the game later. Like I was saying last night, we were talking about this. We all got Halo Infinite with the Steelbook for like $20 or whatever that one time, and then you could get Gears 5 for like $5. It's like
Yep.
nothing's stopping
got
you
the
from just
Steelbook
buying the disc
for-
later.
I think I got the Steelbook for like $15. Gears 5, just because I wanted to support them because
Oh man.
I like the game. And like Perry said too, it's like sometimes we buy these games multiple times just because we're fans, or when when we wait for sales. But there's nothing wrong with that. Even back when like RE3 remake came out and people were bitching about that, about like whether or not it's worth the full price because it's not a full game. And it's like, dude, just wait for a fucking sale if you don't if you really think that, because
And people did. It was like $20 like 3 months after it came out.
right.
It's not like it's gonna. These aren't games are never gonna be rare.
And you know what?
Capcom
I'll
really
be
wants
honest
you
with
have
you.
to buy this at full price. Like no one's forcing you to buy it at full price.
Besides
but
them cutting
yourself.
content from the game fucking ran.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like there weren't really many issues with that game.
But people found everything to hate it, And again, that's why Callisto kind of reminded me of RE3 in terms of like the hate already online, Obviously,
Yeah,
it was
but
for different reasons.
like I said, I
like
think that
RE3
hate.
ran, the content was cut from 3. So I get there's different things there. But
I think the hate for Callisto was just they couldn't review it until release day, and I think they all got butthurt and they fucking slammed it. And look, the performance issues was a huge problem, but I think they took that and were like, "Oh, now we got them."
Yeah,
they wouldn't give us that review. They wouldn't let us release our reviews early or whatever. I can't even speak tonight. They won't let us release our reviews before embargo or whatever. I still can't speak.
I know what you mean.
yeah.
They still won't let us release our review before the day comes out. Release. I should stop talking about this right now.
But no, I think that again, like we have stuff like Game Pass, and I think that if you're on the Sony side, I'd be super pissed too, because they're not going to do that with those $75.
Well, why don't you, if you're a
You know what I
Sony guy,
mean?
why don't you fucking tell Sony, yo, can we get day and date, please?
That's
Because
what I'm
obviously
saying.
it ain't fucking working because they lost 2 million subscribers.
It's not working, and at least with this, like you said, the doom and gloom shit, it's like, if anything, I'd feel doom and gloom for Sony side of things, because not only are they fucking things up on the business side of things, they can't get their service down right. So at least with that, on Microsoft's side, they have a service that's growing, and that's like, it's growing organically with people jumping on, the Series S and everything else. So, or just in general, just like any Xbox, because it's just a good deal. But yeah, I just, it could go either way, I think, again, people that want to spend the money on this shit, they'll spend the money. If they want to keep taking gambles at it, on what game is going to be, worth it or not.
Look at Bill Cosby drunk.
Oh my god.
Well, hey, maybe Keeley slipped me some of his stuff. I don't know.
Oh
You never
no.
know.
I'm not his type though. I'm not a Japanese man with glasses. My name's not Kojima or Kojimbo or whatever the hell he calls him. I don't like my phone sometimes. Yeah, I know. That was a bad one. I don't mind paying $70 for games as long as they're not blatantly rushed and unfinished. Well, unfortunately, that's what we're gonna get from now on, because people are buying this shit and they're showing these companies that it's acceptable. And it sucks because we're in a holding pattern. because games are coming like Callisto Protocol. There was nothing else coming out. So if you have one of these consoles, you're like, all right, I want to buy the latest game because I want to play something. And then, oh, the game's a piece of shit. It's like, all right, so I just wasted my money, and I gotta wait till they fix it. It's like, why didn't you just push the release date and release it when you're ready? You know why? Because they had to get it out before Dead Space.
But here's the thing, though. People forget. This release date was before Dead Space came along and said we're doing it in January.
Yeah, but
like
still,
Callisto was here first. I'm just saying.
Callisto should have made a better game then, as far as performance.
I'm just saying.
They should have made sure that game was ready to go day one, and
I mean, I agree with that.
Outdone Dead Space. That's the goal. You want to outdo Dead Space,
especially since it's a new IP. First impression.
You want this game to come out and be like, "Holy shit! These guys, they made a great fucking game." I don't know if EA can pull this off. That's what you want, especially from a new IP. Because if EA drops the ball, Callisto's getting a sequel, like instantly, like it's ready to go. It's going to hold the banner up for that type of survival horror.
I think people that, end up playing it, or when they play it when the price drops, they'll realize like that it is still a good game at heart, despite the outside shit that's also, that was kind of making it not run as good and stuff like that,
Cosby's back in the news. He'll be at the Game Awards
probably. He's a presenter.
He'll be presenting, yeah.
Remember he got out of jail and he was eating that pizza and they had the camera right in front of his face?
He's laying in bed eating pizza or something.
It's like, what the hell? What am I watching on the news?
So we have to get the most unflattering shot of him. Go.
Lisa didn't have room to move it back and still stay ahead of Dead Space. Yeah. Yeah, that's the whole thing, man. They were in a tough spot.
Yeah,
I think Castlevania or somebody did that. Oh, it was a Mega Man. Mighty Number 9 was coming out, and Capcom was like, here's Mega Man 11. And Mighty Number 9 couldn't... It had a lot of issues, and that was it, man. It got squashed. Got squashed by Mega Man. And Capcom had no intention of bringing back Mega Man. They only did it because this guy hit this Kickstarter, and they were like, all right, we're going to fuck this guy now.
Yeah.
And they went... Same thing happened with The Evil Within. The sales weren't great, but did later decide it got a cult following. Yeah.
That's true. And I still haven't finished the second game, but I heard that's even better. I've heard some people say first game's better, but I really liked Evil Within 1. And I just really, it's just unfortunate that we have to still kind of deal with that that performance thing with these games, and it makes people not really trustworthy of, they're not trusting the company, rather, is what I meant to say, but justifiably so. I get it.
Well, there goes that. If you want to try Callisto, go ahead. If you want to wait for a sale, ask for it for Christmas.
I think it's a solid 8 out of 10. I think there's some good stuff there at the heart of the lore and the universe that they kind of filled in, and I'm getting all the audio logs now, and that's cool to kind of hear all the backstory and stuff like that. They also had an audio drama that they put out online that was just kind of like before Callisto, and it's kind of talks about that, which is kind of cool because Dead Space did stuff like that where they had like the anime movie that took place before the game, and they just filled it in. Little stuff like that's cool. It's called Downfall.
Well,
that was good. I have that on Blu-ray. Let's
hope Callisto gets a sequel at least, and they could try to prove themselves with that one.
Right.
But I mean, they're in a rough spot right now. It's either they are or they aren't.
Right.
I hope they do because it's a new IP.
You're right. And it's almost like, because Dead Space has all this lore, it's got multiple games. Like, this is just the first one, so they're just trying to get their foot in the door here, and
back ready.
Nobody trusts anybody now, and we're all very tired. Yeah.
All right. Frank, what other news stories you have? So Callisto, I don't know what to give it. I'll give it like a 7. 7.5.
Well, let me know when you finish it, because like I said, I want to know what you think of like the second half.
If I finish it, and I like the story a lot.
I like the second half more than the first half because I think it just gets, more amplified with the gunplay and you can access more stuff and the environments and you get your armor. And when you get your armor on, you have a bigger health and you can take, a little bit more damage.
I don't mind the prison fighting, man. I really like that.
Right. And it's supposed to be the outbreak that's like as it's happening. So like we're Dead Space, it's like the stuff already affected the ship. And now you're just like going in there and everything's already happened. Here it's like you're seeing it as it's happening. Like he's waking up in the cell and there it is. So yeah, like I said, just and if you don't want to play it, then watch Perry stream it.
What?
You know what I mean? So or you can watch my streams, watch whoever, watch people you trust. Like you could trust us. So
I'll check out Callisto at some point.
We need the return of Fear, says Dreadpool. Yes. A Fear remake would be fucking nuts, man.
I got the physical over here because
I got it right here too. It's
when you
in
guys...
my Callisto. Look. There it is. Hey.
Oh shit. Yeah, because when you guys said that wasn't available on the digital store, I had to get it. So I got it.
Have it on Steamy Weemy.
Well, once
I might have it on Steam. I think I do. Or
once Microsoft gets Activision, I think that's going to go up. Or does Warner Brothers own that? I don't even
Bring
know.
it back.
We
like
can
even
never
if they brought
remember.
Fear back, that'd be cool.
Sierra, yeah. So Microsoft will own this game.
Wow.
Because after Fear 3, I think
Warner
they
Brothers
just
owns
stopped.
2 and 3.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, Microsoft gets this. It's coming. Oh, not Callisto, but Fear. It'll go up digital, and then maybe they'll remake it. I don't know. Bring back all the Sierra Online. I want Police Quest in Windows 12. When I go to little games, I want Solitaire and I want Police Quest. Wolfenstein, Doom, I want all those old games.
Yes.
RWK with a $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much, buddy. Enjoying the show tonight.
Thank you.
Enjoying the show tonight. I only trust y'all. Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah, we try to just be honest and like even like we agree to disagree on opinions too. Like we're not always seeing eye to eye on stuff.
We
either,
give our reasons.
We're not gonna
just
we give our
reasons
reasons
on a game.
But that's what I'm saying, and that's why that's where a lot of my like my heat was coming from. On those streams. Because I was like, dude, this is like a lot of the stuff, like I said, is just like people didn't even play the game or finish it or give it a chance. And it's a lot of the bandwagon jumpers that don't actually play the fucking thing. And they ride the hate with the online stuff and it amplifies. And then people believe it when they read it instead of seeing it for themselves or playing it for themselves or seeing someone else play it. So yeah, try not to jump the gun until you play it or you watch someone that you trust, I guess, if that makes sense.
There's a guy online that does the FPS games called the G-Man. Was it G-Man Lives or something?
Yeah, he's great.
He's good because he'll break down the game and he'll tell you. Like, he's not going to, like, pussyfoot around it. He'll be like, yeah, the game's good for these reasons, or the game is trash for these reasons. And then he'll just tell you flat out, like, what they need to do to, like, fix the game or make the game better. And if they actually fix a game, like 13, he'll go back and re-review it. And he'll be like, it's not bad. They did a pretty good job with the fix or whatever.
Well, that's why I'm happy I didn't like you said, like, I have to be the first reviewer. Like, I was like, let me take, a week to play this thing and like collect my thoughts.
Yeah, but you see, you're actually a gamer, whereas these other guys,
they're trying to beat the
they're trying to beat the clock to make more money.
Yeah.
Like,
yep.
That's not what you do. You make your channel based upon like what you're doing.
Right.
Your Resident Evil content, and then you're going to throw in some survival horror streams, and then you'll throw in some reviews if a game strikes you. Like, your channel is like pretty much everything related in survival horror.
And I'd like to do the same for Dead
Space. I had the code for 2 weeks, but it was up my ass. You couldn't shit it out all the way.
It got lost, and I never finished it. I like hearing just like, that guy didn't finish it.
Get lost in my ass.
Do you think that guy even made it past the prison tutorial? Like, he probably just put it in and was like, yeah, that's it. I'm done.
Minesweeper, yes. That should be in the Windows games. Solitaire, Minesweeper.
I'll be right back. 1 second.
All right, Police Quest. What other topics do we have to talk about?
Just a couple little things. Have Doom Guy and The Witcher are coming to Fortnite.
What?
If you want to pick them up, you can get them. I'm trying to get Doom Guy. Uh, Jedi Survivor is allegedly releasing March 16th. The date got leaked.
I think they pretty much. That's all over the place. That's confirmed.
Yeah, so that's there's a lot of stuff coming out in March and February, January. So PS Plus, if you have the service, they're actually giving away 2 decent games for December. They're giving away Mass Effect Legendary Edition and Biomutant. So just claim them for free.
Those are good games.
Yeah, I mean, if we paid for it anyway, so we might as well claim them and actually have something decent.
I barely claim games on PlayStation. I don't turn this thing on.
I know, I forget. That's why this week I was like, yeah, this is worth it. I got to remind you guys because it's not bad for free.
I would buy a PS5 because you don't know how long they're going to be making these for.
Yeah, that's a good point. They could raise the price.
With the way that Jim Ryan is going with this thing, there might not be PlayStation in another 5 years. PlayStation 4 might outlive the PlayStation 5 at this point.
That would be interesting.
I didn't finish Fallen Order. Too much shit to do. Felt like Far Cry 5, but EA did do good. Yeah, I would finish Fallen Order if you're going to play the next one.
I literally think right now on Xbox it's $5 or something. I gotta look. Let me see.
I would totally grab that.
I think it is $5.
Great game, and it's X enhanced. On both the Series S and X.
I'll tell you right now how much it is.
It was actually enhanced for the Xbox One as well back in the day.
Yeah, it's $5.99 right now, and the deluxe edition is $7.49. That is 100,000% worth buying.
Yes, great game.
Especially because it's on. I think it's on Game Pass, but since it's Star Wars, it's not going to be on there forever.
It's like Uncharted meets Star Wars. Like you can't go wrong.
Yeah, they did a really good job.
Awesome Star Wars gameplay. Like it's really good.
Yeah, make sure if you guys haven't played that, pick that up for that price. You can't beat it. $7. Doll hairs. That's pretty much all I had. The only other thing we could talk about, if we even want to bother, is how horrible that Last of Us show trailer looked.
I didn't watch it. I saw a poster of it.
You didn't miss anything. It looks ridiculous.
I don't know, man. It's just I think Twisted Metal is going to be a better show.
Absolutely.
I just think that cast.
The casting is already better. Yeah.
I like Pedro Pascal as the Mandalorian. I don't know how he's going to be as Joel.
It doesn't look good.
He doesn't have a full beard. He's got like a crappy little beard with the mustache.
Yeah.
I don't know. And Ellie, that girl does not look like her. I don't know. Maybe it's just a bad photo in the poster.
The trailer doesn't seem like it at all. So
I didn't watch the trailer. I don't know if I want to watch it. I don't know.
I'm not gonna watch the show.
If I watch it, I'm probably gonna get mad.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, this isn't. What are you gonna do?
Deal of the day sucks. The Simpsons arcade is $275. That's the deal of the day today.
Great game. I also need to finish Fallen Order. Yeah, you got to finish that. That's a really good game.
I didn't finish it either, but I'm going to.
You didn't finish the Fallen Order?
No, I just never.
You know why I'm mad about that game? I finished it on the 1X, and then they got the Series S in Series X enhancements and all that, and I'm like, fuck, man. This game runs and looks a lot better than when I played it.
I think.
But once you beat the game, you can't like go back. Like you can go to different planets and stuff, but you can't like rebeat the game, or else you'll erase your save and shit.
Oh, you actually have to like erase it.
Yeah, because you can continue to do more quests.
Oh.
Yo, I would say everyone in the chat get Fallen Order for $5 and just beat that game. You'll enjoy the game. Trust me.
Yeah. I didn't beat it. I just looked it up. It came out right before the baby was born, like 2 weeks before. So
wow.
That's what I bought it, and I think when the baby was born, I lent it to my brother-in-law, and I was like, here, because I'm not going to get to this right now.
I rented it from Redbox, but they only had it on PlayStation. So I played a little bit on there, and I was like, "Oh, this game is definitely good." And then
Yeah.
I think I ended up buying it on Xbox, and then got X enhanced, and then it was a good game, man. It's really good.
I played like a couple hours of it.
It's
So
on Game Pass with EA. I'm pretty sure it's still on. Yeah, it should be.
yeah, but I was just saying that it's probably not going to be on there forever because it's Star Wars. So if for $7 or whatever,
Well, I mean, if he
just
could,
own it.
if he wants to beat the game in like 2 days, he doesn't
Yeah. Oh
really
yeah,
have
you
to
could
buy it.
definitely do that.
Borderlands movie trailer. Is there a Borderlands movie trailer?
I don't think so.
Or
Did that happen?
is he calling it a Borderlands movie trailer?
I'm
Like it was
looking.
so bad it's like Borderlands. Not even like Last of Us.
There is a Borderlands movie coming out, apparently.
There's also a Fallout movie coming out. He was
Fallout?
shot like 5 minutes away from here too.
Oh.
They shot in New York, they shot in South Jersey, they shot a couple different places actually.
I think my Clerks Blu-ray was delivered. The 4K one.
Oh, I got the Warriors
yeah.
because I never watched that movie.
You get the Steelbook?
Yeah.
Oh,
I forgot I ordered it.
It was delivered 2 days ago. It must be in the living room, I guess. That's how much I care right now about Clarks. When you make the
Bubba
movie
Hotep
about the
is getting
shop,
the
Anthony,
4K.
just call it Clarks.
Clarks.
To piss off Kevin Smith, like, yo, who the fuck is Clarks?
Oh.
I know. He's just like, what are you doing?
Yo, that guy lives in Jersey too. I'm gonna fuck that guy up. Why is the cat looking at you? I'm predicting for the Game Awards. Oh, he's predicting a Borderlands trailer for the Game Awards. Movie trailer.
Probably right.
There's a movie for every game coming out. Clark Griswold.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, Clark?
I've never seen those movies. I've only seen clips of the Christmas movies.
Are you serious?
No
They're so good.
You'll fucking love them.
Okay, is there like a collection on 4K or something or what?
Only Christmas is on 4K.
The problem is, they just put Christmas Vacation out on 4K this year by itself. But I got a Blu-ray set from the UK for like $15, and it had like all of them. Like it's like one of those things, and like that's fine. Like I'm fine with that for them, but like I would like to get it on 4K.
My
when
wife
the price drops.
watches all those.
The first one is probably the best. Vacation. That's probably the best one. European Vacations, like that, it's still funny, but like the thing is with those movies is the kids change actors every movie, so it's never consistent.
One of one of the movies, the daughter is from 24.
Yeah,
I think in is it Christmas that the kid is Johnny Galecki from Roseanne? Oh, okay.
I think so yeah, I'm pretty sure that's him.
Yeah,
freaking cats.
The cats. Hold on.
I bought the Christmas Vacation movie and I want to watch it, but I don't know where I put
I'm not going to.
Leave the cats alone.
Get off my table, cat! Bubba Hotep, yeah, that's coming out on 4K. Cannibal, did you see that?
Was announced.
It's $40. By the
Too
way,
much money.
I pre-ordered the 4K of 48 hours and another 48 hours, thinking the price would come down. They shipped that out to me at $40. I'm mailing that shit back.
Yeah, damn. Forget that.
They're fucking
didn't
crazy,
drop it
dude.
all. That's fucking nuts.
Maybe now that it's out, nobody's buying it. Maybe it'll drop. Then I have to remail it back. I'll just type in 48 hours. 4K.
How much was Frasier when we saw it? 125?
It's fucking $25.99 now. They charged me $40, these fucks.
You can just reorder it.
Yeah, but that's so stupid, right?
Yeah, why couldn't they just give it?
Oh, wait a minute. That's for another 48 hours. That's not for the combo pack. Hold up. Where is this movie?
I think I'm going to pre-order Bubba Hotep and then just cancel it if it doesn't drop. Because I want to watch it.
That's a great fucking film.
It doesn't come out till February 7th, so it might drop. I don't want to pay $40 for it.
Okay, so the combo. Let's see here.
I also pre-ordered
Yeah,
They Live.
after tax, it was $43. Are you kidding me, man?
That's
You got They
insane.
Live. See, I was thinking about They Live, but it's like I already bought the 4K with the slip, and I'm like,
I've never seen
So
it. And
buy
I
it for
don't
me.
own it.
Oh, dude,
I've
They
never
Live
seen
is it's so good.
It's
It's
only
still
$28.
$40. The combo pack.
Dude, Roddy Piper is and Keith David, amazing.
I never saw it, and obviously I've watched WWE for like.
And it's kind of crazy how
40
like
years.
it's still relevant to this day. You know, like it's kind of like a timeless movie. And when you watch it, you'll be like, okay, like because John Carpenter's always put his spin on different topics, and for him, that's Roddy Piper beating the shit out of Keith David, and Keith David beating the shit out of him. That's one of my favorite scenes in the whole movie. It just goes on forever. You're
Good
just like,
night,
are they going to stop
RWK
fighting?
88. RWK 88. Good night, buddy. Sorry.
Good night,
All
man.
right.
Just had to
I
say
know,
good
but
night
yeah,
to
you
him.
guys will really enjoy that. That's a blast, and it's pretty like it's not long. It's pretty brief. It's like an hour 40 or something like that. Put
Yeah,
on the glasses. Cannibal knows. Put on the glasses.
I figured that's not that expensive for a steelbook.
That's not
So-
too bad. I wanted to get the Fog Steelbook too. I didn't get that when it dropped, but again, I was like waiting for a price drop, but then you never know because they're always like, oh, it's limited, and then it's then it goes on sale. It's like how many times have we been burned on this shit, But I do want to get like the John Carpenter Steelbooks. Like I feel like that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, it's still 30 the Fog Steelbook, so
Groundhog Day, they try to get $38.99 for it. Already dropped to $24. It's not even out yet.
yeah, like 20.
That's what I was hoping
24.
with the 48 hours thing, but I guess
Yeah.
I was gonna say I got Escape from New York too, 4K. but
suplex straight on the
I don't know if they'll do a
concrete.
steelbook of that too, because I think they just have one of the Fog and They Live, right? They don't have a. The They Live one comes out January. Okay, so that comes out January 17th.
Yeah,
Dude,
no,
that
we'll,
steelbook is so killer.
Why don't you just get the steelbook? Give me the 4K. I'll give you $15 for it.
Oh well, yeah,
It's
that's
only $28. I mean, that's a pretty
that's
good
the
deal.
thing. It's probably around the same price that I spent. So it's like I got the what I did get in is the
Hey, I offered to take his whole thing, but
That's a good deal. Oh,
if I pick it
I
up,
thought
Harry,
that just
we'll definitely.
I thought that was on pre-order. You already have it.
It's
I didn't know it came out either.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you something fucked up about that movie.
Okay.
Oh man.
Yeah, you know. You probably know too. So I saw it was like all over the place, and it was on pay-per-view for $3.99.
Yeah.
And I told
Oh, I know. it.
I told our grandmother, I was like, "Oh, John Travolta's in a movie. You can watch it. I'm ordering it." Dude, she watched it, and I watched it in my room.
Poor
She was
Granny.
downstairs, and she watched the movie, and I'm in my room, and I'm watching it, and then the whole thing happens, and I'm like, "Oh shit, man!"
What did she say anything to you after?
I don't remember. I don't think she said
Oh
anything.
my god. You made me watch that filth.
I didn't know it was like. I didn't know that was gonna happen.
It definitely goes places. The movie.
Yeah, but who knew? The funniest line in that movie is Bruce Willis. She's like, "Who's Zed?" And he goes, "Zed's dead, baby."
Zed's dead, baby.
Just drives away in a motorcycle.
That is a good
Yeah,
movie.
he just rolls up on a random dude's motorcycle, like, all right, let's dip, baby, let's leave. I love all the actors' names that are listed on the steelbook. Like I didn't think that was. I understand like they're trying to be like. So this is the back burger and the shake. I just unboxed it here, but yeah, look at all the. It has to list like everyone on
No,
there.
that's good. It's like an
You know-
old school
Yeah.
movie poster.
You know that
Oh,
steelbook dropped in price? How much did you pay for that
Oh
one?
shit!
So
And he opened it.
it. I did open it. So I might get fucked right here, right now. But this is the inside.
It came out 2 days ago.
Pretty cool. Yeah. So I got it in the mail yesterday, and I paid. Let me see what I paid.
Because it's currently $25.99 and it's in stock.
He paid 40.
No, it
No.
couldn't have been more than like
No.
30. You probably paid 30 or if even
I paid. Come on, I gotta go back to it.
79.90. Oh my god.
Played. I paid $27.84.
Oh, okay. So you got scammed like $1.84. It's not that bad.
Not too bad. I mean, it is
No.
one of my favorite movies, obviously. So it's whatever. I'll just The problem is that I want to get the Reservoir Dogs steelbook, which is weird because that steelbook is only at Best Buy, where this one is everywhere. So it's very weird how they're doing the releases. I don't know why they're making some Best Buy steelbooks and not, but whatever.
Cat with a trophy, says ACR. Oh, he's
Yes,
making fun of your
the
cat.
cat.
Okay.
Oh.
James always making the appearance. But yes,
Oh.
I don't think this has. I think it has all the same features as before on the Blu-ray, and I like how it still says you can get the soundtrack on MCA Records, which I think I own the soundtrack. So,
Well, then
but yeah,
there you go.
Pulp Fiction Steelbook. I heard the transfer is really good. I haven't watched it yet. It's also a 3-hour movie, so I haven't watched it yet. But
Let me thank our sponsors. We're not going to leave just yet, but I want to get it out of the way so I don't forget later in case the super chats go away. Want to thank Richard for the $2 Canadian super chat. Want to thank RWK for the $4.99 super chat. Want to thank Damian Poe, Liquor Sandwich, for being a member of the channel. Let's see here. Want to thank our sponsors over at Patreon. JB Zombie 89, Abo, and Hockey Fan. Thank you for being sponsors of the Game Complainers podcast. Appreciate it.
thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, so now you want to check Twitter or whatever really quick in case some other Microsoft shit breaks.
Yeah,
It's a minute Frank left last night. All this news broke.
Checking right now. So
You got William Regal trending, Activision. Days gone because the creator's a big fat crybaby.
Saints Row is $19.99 at GameFly.
I can't believe the Simpsons arcade is still $2.75. That's such bullshit. That thing should be $60.
It was $199 at one point somewhere.
Yeah, I know. They keep going up and down in price.
Yeah, that's too much.
Why the game at full fucking price?
If it was like $99,
It's like, dude, nobody wanted to work with you. That's why Sony fired you. Okay, it had nothing to do with the fucking game.
Oh, not that.
That guy was the problem. He don't want to admit it. All the guy does is bitch about it. It's like, dude, make another fucking game or shut up.
Yeah, just move on.
What do you think? Sony's gonna be like, oh, sorry about that. Let's rehire you.
He's gonna get himself blacklisted.
He already did for being stupid. Oh shit! Oh wait, this is used. Saints Row was $20 used at GameFly.
That's what I said. Yeah, that's pretty cheap though.
I wasn't paying attention. I was talking about the Days Gone guy.
Yeah, there's not much else.
Ghost Recon 2 Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter 2 was 15 years ago today.
Did you see they arrested that guy again?
What guy?
That Sonic guy.
Oh, they did?
They got him again, this time for Final Fantasy VII insider trading.
Wow.
They got him twice. They let him go, came back and got him again.
Well, Crisis Core is out, I believe, or does it come out tomorrow? Or
I
what?
think it comes out the 13th. That's like bootleg Rick and Morty game comes out soon too.
Oh,
that's gonna be on Game
shit.
Pass.
This meme is funny. I gotta send you this.
Let me see, Cray.
I think this is the guy Jamion follows.
Crisis Core is December 13th. I think it's $50.
Yeah, let me
it's
send
like a
this
little
to you
bit
guys.
cheaper. Okay. Let me see.
I'm gonna put this on screen. I usually don't do that. It is funny.
His face. How did they make his face like that?
This guy Detective Xbox made this? I don't know who that is. So
How did they make his face like that, though?
there you go. That is kind of funny.
It's hilarious. Oh my god.
Probably when he was talking, like his mouth was wide open.
It's like, hey, that's pretty good.
Everyone's
That's
kicking
pretty
in the
damn
ass.
good. Yeah.
Get out of here.
His face just gets me. Oh god. Ugh.
Resident Evil Village is $20 on Xbox Live.
Yep. It's not bad.
No, that's a really good price. I'm scrolling down here.
That's post like the holiday sales too. So I'm sure they'll have more in like a couple weeks, which will be the same shit that they just
The
put
New
on
Year's
sale.
sale.
Yeah, the New Year sale, the end of year sale, which is the
Okay.
same sale from the last sale and the last sale before that.
This is fucking funny. I'm gonna
no.
put this on stream too. Hang on. Street Fighter 6 is releasing June 2nd, 2023, according to PSN, with standard, deluxe, and ultimate editions. Who gives a shit? They're gonna make like 20 more copies of it.
We
so it
did
doesn't
talk
matter.
about that earlier because I think it was who put that out? Was it
Wario
Steam?
posted
He
it
did.
5 hours ago.
Yeah, Wario posted.
But yeah, you're right. Oh shit. I got more pictures. Hang on. This is why you can't leave Twitter right now. Because people are posting funny stuff.
I'm checking Twitter right now as we speak.
When they shut it down and it doesn't work anymore, that's when I'll go, I guess. Originally I was gonna leave and I was like, this shit's funny. Alright, here, look. Wait, where are you guys? Hang on, I gotta drop this over here.
We're here.
Here's one. And here's the last one.
Oh no. Let me look. Hold on. My phone.
Alright, look. Here we go. We're gonna do this one.
The faces.
Just take.
I like how he's really short too.
Oh man.
That should be the thumbnail.
If we were doing it like that.
I still can't get past the crying face.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Just take the deal. Oh man. Now here's one I thought was kind of funny. Right here. Oh, there you go. Those are pretty funny. Crying face. He's gonna need Keeley tomorrow to freaking help him sell more copies of God of War. So on the month of God of War's release, Microsoft outsold the PlayStation in the US and the UK. So God of War didn't do shit for the PS5.
No, and it's funny because in that interview I was watching, he was like, I wish that like games weren't exclusive to platforms because we can only hope to sell like 10 million copies. He's like, if it was like music, we could sell hundreds of millions. And then he's the one keeping it on the platform. So,
All right, guys. Did you see this for 2 hours ago? The official Twitter of Scream that says it is called Scream 6.
Oh, good.
So great. Now it could take place second place as most shit fucking titled movies because it's so fucking like stupid. Right next to Leatherface, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Texas Chainsaw 3D, Leatherface Origins, like all that bullshit. This can join that now because you got fucking Scream 1, 2, 3, 4, Scream, and then Scream 6. Wow.
Oh,
Way
it's
to
not
fucking
Scream!
confuse people.
Exclamation point! Exclamation point!
No. I don't know. I mean, I guess
You know
Scream
what
isn't
that
as bad
means,
as
right?
Texas Chainsaw, but
You know what that means? They know the movie's gonna bomb.
yeah.
That's why they put the number back on it.
It's coming
Oh
out March
well.
10th. So
March? I thought it was January, like the other one.
it was originally March 31st, but now it's March 10th. They pushed it up. They pushed this fucker up.
That was stupid. I was looking forward to it in January. I thought it was gonna come out. I guess it is coming out before Resident Evil 4. Can you believe we're Resident Evil 4 and Scream again?
Why couldn't you just call the last one Scream fucking 5, man?
Because they wanted to scare people in the movie theater. They didn't want to scare people away from the movie theater.
Yeah, that's true.
But you killed Dewey, man. You can't do that.
Right.
If Wes Craven wanted him dead, he would have killed him.
Exactly.
And he didn't want him dead, and they killed him. Now what are they going to do? Kill Gail, and then you're going to have Sydney at the end?
No one left, yeah.
Well, the rumor is that she isn't. That Sydney's at the end of the film, and it opens up for the seventh film.
Right.
That's the rumor, but they might be saying that just to get people like me to go see it. It's like, fuck off. Fuck off. You could get a used, or this was 14 hours ago, used PlayStation VR headset for $90. It's got all the
You still
crevices
need-
and pink eye you can imagine.
You're definitely gonna get pink eye, and you still need all the remotes. So by the time you
At
do
least
that,
when I sold it to Anthony, I wiped that shit down with that fucking hardcore stuff that I bought. I don't play around, man.
you can't.
Doesn't matter anyway. They gave him a fucking new one, so.
That one is definitely gonna give him pink eye.
They're re-releasing the Last Action Hero Steelbook. Did you see that, Anthony?
Yeah, I did grab it the first time
Limited
around,
edition reprint. That's
but
bullshit.
it's dope.
Is it 4K?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually dope. Yeah.
Well, it's bullshit that they lied to you.
Well,
Made you run out
that's
and buy
bullshit, yeah. But they do that a lot where they repress shit, you know.
No, they just got a bunch in the back that didn't sell. We put a little sticker on it. Reprinted because we didn't sell enough.
They redid the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and
I see that right here. Once Upon a Time in
Yeah.
Hollywood Steelbook.
that's $17. That's a steal. Let's get that. That's a good movie.
I
Because
never
some
saw
people
that.
say, well, I think it's Quentin Tarantino's best film, and some people say
I heard
Pulp
that.
Fiction, whatever. But it's really good, man.
Everyone's got PS5s. BJ still has them. They're obtainable, and people are buying Xbox. Figure that one out.
He said officially. I think Jim Ryan officially said like the shortage is over. So
Yeah, the shortage is over because nobody wants this fucking console anymore.
yeah, the demand has run dry. That's it.
Shortage is over.
The shortage is over.
Oh, not the shortage in his pants. That's never going to go away. Mortal Kombat 4 remake will be announced at the Game Awards. Shut the fuck up, dude.
They said
no one's remaking
they're
Mortal
not-
Kombat 4.
I think they
The
literally
rumors are doing
tweeted
it.
that they're not going to be at the Game Awards at all.
I was gonna say because people were saying that the rumor was that it's gonna be MK9 all over again.
This is bullshit. Mortal Kombat 4 remake. I mean, it's a good game, but I just re-release it. Don't fucking put a remake out there. Who cares?
Where's Mortal Kombat 4?
Where's Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3 remake that they actually canceled fucking 10 years ago? There's screenshots of that. It really pisses you off when you see them.
Why'd they cancel it?
I think they wanted to work on a newer title. Something happened. Anyway, so really quick before we leave, any questions in the chat? We're gonna give you like 2 minutes. My God, I was just going to ask a question, and I totally forgot. What do you think about this Gabe Newell thing? Him telling off PlayStation. It's Lord Gaben.
He's a real friend to Microsoft.
He used to work at Microsoft. Oh, there goes my stomach. Oh, there's Jim Ryan crying. You know what I want to do? Remember that song? Crash Test Dummies or whatever? Remember that song?
Yes.
They should make a fucking parody of that and have Jim Ryan.
Have him crying.
Yeah. And then there was this old fuck named Jim Ryan. Oh my God, that would be so funny.
Holy moly.
Black Christmas is also out on 4K.
I got my Jason Christmas sweater, by the way.
Yeah, I got the Star Trek one from the same site.
I got my dad a Scott Hall Christmas sweater. No, I got him a Macho Man one, not a Scott Hall one. My wife has a Scott Hall Christmas sweater. Oh yeah,
gonna be...
rest in peace, Judge Mills Lane, man. I want a good clean fight. Let's get it on. Celebrity Deathmatch, MTV.
Damn.
So he was the judge for sure. All right, I think we're gonna run. Everyone, take care. Stay safe, Anthony. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah, sounds good. I'll text you before.
Anthony's going to stream the Game Awards tomorrow at around 7:30 p.m. Let's talk Resident Evil.
We'll be live at 7. We'll get some people in there ahead of time, and it starts at 7:30 Eastern. So just to let people know. So yeah, we'll probably link up 6:30, 6:45. Get set up, and we'll be ready to go.
Cool. Want to check out? My stomach keeps growling. I want to check out. I want you all to check out Dreadpool's Teespring. Check out his store. He's got a hoodie there. He's got a bag. I'm gonna buy another bag at some point within the next few days. I don't know who else to plug. Check out Trainwreck's channel, VB. Check
us out on Friday. We're gonna stream
Resident on Evil Friday, 5. Me and Frank are gonna stream Resident Evil 5 co-op like we did for 6.
Yeah, Friday night.
So check that out. Check out Abo. Whatever.
Say hello to Abo if you see him.
I was gonna say check out Abo's channel, but he doesn't have a channel, so I stopped myself. Check out Eli's channel. So whatever. I don't know. I'm tired. Let's just get out of here.
Yeah.
Everyone take care. Stay safe out there, and we'll catch you all tomorrow.
Bye.
Peace.